Says there you go.
Hey, Colin,
Yo.
you already know if I don't brought up screwball, it's gonna be it ain't gonna be a long night, but I feel like it's gonna be a long night. I just feel like it's gonna be a long night. This man done called. I ain't gonna say. First of all, I ain't gonna say he called me out. I ain't gonna say he called me out. But he kind of called me out. He called like, as soon as he got done, I got a message, and it was like, "Yo, show." Anyway, we'll get into that.
Wait, you talking? Oh, okay, I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
We'll get into that a little later. How you doing today, sir? How's it going? How your life going?
I'm doing good, man. Upset, as y'all know, I'm from Philadelphia, Eagles fan. Terrible loss last night. We fumbled that second half terribly, and so that's still, feel bad about that. But otherwise, doing great.
Oh no, man! It was. You know what? I'll be honest with you. I'm a Cowboys fan, but I had my reasons for pulling for the Eagles. Jalen Hurts, SEC, Alabama. I haven't watched him since forever. And then of course Devin Allen. So I was actually pulling for the Eagles. Honestly, I feel like it was a damn good game. It was probably one of the better games. That was that game to where you want that. Whoever got the ball last, that's who's gonna win. That's who's gonna win, and that's exactly what happened. Now, I will say this: that last flag, a lot of people didn't like. All right, I personally don't like when the referees can decide the game. But at the same token, ain't no Kansas City Chiefs fan mad about that. First of all. Second of all, if you don't want, like, this is what my high school coaches tell me. They're going to get into this track and field stuff. If you don't want the referees in the game, don't let them be in the game.
Yep, 100%. That's what I was going to say. Like, I'm not upset with the call. Like, there's a lot of people that were of like, oh my God, that's an awful call. I'll be like, well, if you don't want, like, let's even say that they don't call that. Okay, they still kick a field goal. We still got to score. We're still down 3 with 1:15 left.
Either
like,
way,
it's not like it's the game's won at, like, it's still not. It's still a lot of stuff has to go well. It's all right, but I'll be all right. I'll be good.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I was actually entertained. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've never really been a big Super Bowl fan because it just seems like Super Bowls be one-sided and lopsided. I actually enjoyed this one. I enjoyed it all the way through. But you know what's funny though? Last year, I don't know if you remember, last year's Super Bowl was won the exact same way. It was a penalty. It was a flag. It was a pass interference that put LA in field goal range.
Mm-hmm.
And
if you don't want the flags involved, then get out to a bigger lead.
I'm trying to tell you. All right, so first of all, I'll give shout out to these people in here because they already loaded. Damn, these people ready to hear me apologize. Colin, we ain't never had no numbers like this in the first 15 minutes. That's why I say Mr. Always right sometimes. Goddamn,
they were ready. They're ready for you, man.
LB ain't logged down since last week. LB just been sitting in the dang on chat room since last week. LB, what's going on, baby? Tyra, what it do? Dice, Art Dog, Track Lights, Sean Terrence, Rebel for Christ. I like that. What's going on, brother? I like that. Shandale Watson, Chiefs Kingdom. Look at that. I don't even start like that. Mad Scientist. What's going on? My boy Rodney. What it do? Rodney is in the building already. Certified Chaos. What's going on? What's
up, Certified?
DB PhD. What it do, baby? DC No. Yeah, we'll get to all that. We'll get to all that a little later. Just Prime Time. What it do? Drew Terry. What's going on, baby? King Samuel. Actual Random Marcus Ant. She's B. Wayne. Shout out to She's B. Wayne. She's B. Wayne, I promise you, been here since the first episode. I'm telling y'all. Shout out to She's B. Wayne. Kind of love, all in the game. We're going to get to talking about that for sure, because we're going to talk about that. Track Lights. What's going down? Mad Scientist, Rico Too Hot, and then the other man of Not the Hour is here. Don't let him in anyway. I got my cap on already. I ain't trying to start with you tonight, coach. I'm not starting with you tonight. Don't you come on here. Don't you come on here with that grin, that smile. Don't you do that. Don't you do that. Let's not start out like this now, coach. Let's not start out. The antagonist. Oh my God. That's what we doing. That's what we doing.
The antagonist. That's
what
crazy.
we doing. Okay. Kyle, yeah, coach, he won't stop smiling. I don't know why he won't stop smiling, but he here. He done finally showed. I don't give a damn about coach shit. Who else? Hey, actual random. All right, y'all, let's go and get in this. We will be having Trayvon come on here a little later on in the show. But first off, let's go ahead and get into this Millrose stuff. Colin, once again, you was there, wasn't you?
Yep, I was there. Excellent. I'll say a couple few things for those that I don't know if they're in here now, but there were probably 5 or 6 people that came up to me and recognized me from this show. Like out of me, like that they were like, yo, Colin, Track World News, like we love the show that you're doing on with Ray, with Coach. Coach definitely got some love of a few people specific saying like, yo, you funny as hell. Like it was, we got a lot of people, like it just showed the impact that this little show, like in the grand scheme of things, when you talking like NBC and, you know, you talking these giant things, and then you have this thing. I mean, there's a couple hundred people that'll come through here, but having people like walk up to me, like recognize me in a track meet and say, hey, by the way, like I watch you guys every week was like really cool. And showed, you know, how big this thing can be. So shout out to you, Ray, for getting this started and everything, because it's definitely had a big impact for sure.
Well, I mean, it's just called RaesTake, but without y'all, the impact ain't gonna be as big. So, like I tell y'all all the time, I appreciate y'all more than y'all understand. Melissa, what's going on, sis?
With that, there's one. So I know we don't talk distance runners here, but this was too big to not talk about. This is a controversy at the Millrose Games. I don't know if y'all saw it, but for those that are not familiar, this guy Yared Naguse, he broke like the American record in the mile, and he did it. He broke the American record by so much. His split in 1,500 meters still would have broken the mile record. He broke this record by 100 meters, demolished it, smashed this record. And there's this guy on Twitter coach, Jonathan Marcus. He's the biggest villain of track and field. I ain't gonna cap. Look him up. I actually just forwarded you this tweet, Ray, that said based off of his pelvis and where his foot is and all this stuff, there's no way he could have broken this world record or this American record without taking some sort of performance-enhancing drugs. He said, based off of his like pelvis and the way that he is running, there is no way. And he's never failed nothing. He's never been in trouble for nothing. But out of nowhere, like I think I just forwarded you the tweet. Yeah. So
hey,
take a look at crazy.
Hey, Colin, you could do something that I can't do. Did you tell him to shut the hell up?
Oh, I said something for sure.
Sir, this is long. He got like 9 points that don't matter.
Yes.
What the hell?
Listen, man, let me tell you something.
I'm confused.
Guys like him were failed athletes. And they sit in their cocoon of jealousy and envy. And they sit back with one sock on, one sock off in their mama basement, smelling like armpits and Doritos, just mad at what they should have been when they should have been mad at their mama and daddy for not having good genetics passed down to them. So, with that being said, you know, every hero needs a villain. And we found the villain. The Goose trades with who? Is he with the Tennessee coach too?
Yeah, On Running, who is dominating distance running right now.
So that's the new Bombing. That's the new
yeah.
That's the new Bombing Track Club. Okay, so they have I saw a lot of the uniforms in that meet. So they're doing their thing. They're representing. It's not like this guy came out of nowhere. This guy has been a legit.
He made the Olympics in 2021.
Right. And then he also set the collegiate record as
well?
Yeah,
in the 15.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, sir, whatever your name is, and you see this, please enjoy this warm glass of shut the hell up.
You know, So I was listening to you, coach. In the meantime, you know, I scanned through, read a little bit of it. You know, I'm gonna toot my own horn, okay? Because everybody know I get paid for this, right? That's what I do, right? This is the biggest crop of. I can't even say the word on the show. Like I just started looking at the photos and scanning through, and they're like, "No, sir, you're actually." Here's the crazy part about it: the point he's trying to make, or what he's trying to prove, to say that why he shouldn't be running this fast is actually the reason why he should be running this fast. I'm gonna challenge y'all to go look at this shit. And if you know anything about mechanics and biomechanics and physics, so just this photo alone says, no, sir, he should be running this fast. He ain't got no backside. Anyway,
that was it. I just need to say that one thing because I saw that and I was like,
and the fact that he got 9 different. Now here's the problem, and I put this on RaesTake. This is stuff that I have a problem with. He got 158 likes, 32 retweets, 79 quotes of wrongness, and we wonder why the hell we can't progress. Cause it's like the people who don't know shit for some reason can reach more people than people who know shit. That is so crazy to me. But anyway, we ain't gonna let him disturb our show. Kyle, what else you seen from Millrose before I get to talking about Millrose?
Yeah, Millrose was great. I thought it's the atmosphere in New York. It's just great because it's so close, and you have the fan. It reminds me of like the Coliseum, where you have the athletes like in, you know, down in the pit or whatever you would call it, and then you have all the athletes looking, or the fans looking down on them right over top. Like it's super. Like you have fans like you cannot get closer to a track race than at a Millrose game. Like they literally let you stand on the like railing watching the meet. Like if you put your hand out too far, you're getting clipped. It's just like the how close they allow you to get is great. I think if I still liked Boston a little bit more. I think like the theatrics that they did was better. I think the performances at Millrose was better. I don't think anyone would debate that. But the show that they had at Boston was a little bit better. But we'll get into specifics of like the Abbeys and the Noahs and the Christian Colemans and all of that. Those were some stellar performances. Shanti Jackson doing her dang thing again. But it was overall a good meet. I was seeing a couple people on Twitter talking about how it's interesting that if you think of all of the regular season track meets, there's only like 2 or 3 that actually mean something. Like if you win Millrose, like that has some meaning. If you win Penn Relays, that has some meaning.
Like Penn Relays, it does have merit to it.
Yeah, there's not much. Like I was trying to think like that maybe Texas Relays, but like after that, like what regular season meets actually mean anything? Like not a lot.
Yeah, I can give you that. I would go Millrose. Well, I mean, not New Balance, but I would go New Balance, Millrose, Penn Relays, Texas Relays. You know, I'd definitely go with them. You know, I don't ran it
Prefontaine. Yeah, if it's now it's not like a championship now though.
No,
so
I'm not gonna say, I'm gonna disagree with whoever said Prefontaine. I'm gonna disagree with Prefontaine because Prefontaine, to me personally, doesn't have that. Here's why. Prefontaine is a strictly pro meet, so the atmosphere ain't gonna be the same. Like Millrose, you know, at least Boston back, you know, when I was around, they still do it. Yeah, they still do it now. Texas Relays, the atmosphere is different because you got fans. You got people, moms and dads in the stands, you know, at these track meets. So I know, I mean, Prefontaine is cool, but I don't think you can put it up there with them Penn Relays and all that stuff. You know, it's funny that I said that because I just said you almost got to have college kids and kids at the track meet to make it a real good track meet. That's going to be fun to talk about when Trayvon comes on. But anyway, so let's go and get into this. I know Coach ready to talk and say some stupid stuff. Leah Hobbs. We're going to start off right there. Leah Hobbs is undefeated right now. But here's one thing that I did see. And I know what everybody going to say. You're going to try and storm me. Coach, you know I saw it. Don't you worry about it. My girl look good. All right? But girl look good coming down the stretch. Mary Beth look good coming down the stretch with Leah. Now they had about another 40. I think Visa might would have been in there. You know, she was last out the blocks, but then came and got third. Gotta give her props for that. But that ain't my question though. My question is this: is a Leah Hobbs a surefire win all the way through USA's? Because the USA's the only thing next. Does she win it? Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Are we talking indoor or outdoor USA?
Indoor. We talking this weekend coming up.
Okay.
Oh, this weekend?
Yeah, indoor this weekend, Jack.
Oh.
Yeah, that's like 5 days.
She's doing 3 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, international, they moved that thing up, baby. It's like this weekend.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, they really did move it up. No indoor worlds.
Mm-hmm.
Melissa's in the chat.
Oh,
MJ, baby,
not running, though.
baby girl, is she? Are you running? If so, man, let us know.
No, she ain't running. Melissa,
She's not running. Okay.
Indoor whip for her. She getting ready for outside. I could answer that for you.
So Mary Beth is running, right?
Mary Beth definitely running.
Briscoe's running.
Briscoe's definitely running.
Maybe.
You know what?
I can here if you want to keep talking. I'm literally pulling it up right now.
Yeah, go ahead. About probably a couple of the collegians from the Pac-12 area. They're probably running.
I'm getting it up right about qualification standards, status of entry. Here we go. Women's 60. All right. So these are the people that are in. Aaliyah Hobbs, Micaiah Briscoe, Mary Beth Sant Price, Destiny Smith Barnett, Jada Baylark, Brittany Brown, Sierra Barnes, Candace Hill, Taylor Anderson, Sierra Petaway. For me, yeah, those are the big names.
So is she a surefire win, or y'all think that one of them could sneak it?
I mean, Briscoe ran a 6.99, right?
Mm-hmm.
Her PB is 6'9" last year, so if anybody can sneak her, it will be her training partner.
I don't think it's a surefire win at all. But go ahead.
Yeah. I think it's gonna come down between her and Briscoe.
I'm gonna go out on my limb like I always do. I think she will win it, but I do not think she will win it the way that she did at Arkansas. I don't think we're gonna get that. I don't think we're gonna get the 9s or the 8s. I think she'll win it, but she gonna have to actually win it this time. Because if you think about it, Briscoe did push her. It ain't like she just pulled away from Briscoe. And I know y'all don't want to give my dog Mbiza her credit, but Mbiza didn't push her, but she was moving behind her. It don't matter, but moving behind her. I think that 6'9" may have took a toll on her leg just a little bit to where she'll still win it, but I don't think it's going to be as a blowout. I think it'll be a race. I think it'll be a race. Because again, I'm just going to stick to what I saw with my own eyes and what we can't argue, okay? No, I'm not saying Mary Beth would have beat and won her in this race. But what we all can agree on is that last season, Mary Beth had an excellent start, horrible race. She was damn near dead last out the blocks and made a gear. So now you got to ask the question of, okay, well, shit, if I ain't dead last out the blocks in that same Millrose race, what happens now? Do I put any pressure on Aaliyah? Again, not saying she beats her, but do I put a little pressure on her because I'm right here with her? Same thing with Briscoe. Briscoe put a little pressure on her. So now it's, damn, did that 6'9" linger in my legs now to where I'm 701 ready, but if one of them goes 698, I might lose it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think Aaliyah Hobbs still goes in as the favorite. I mean, she has to, undefeated. She's been doing the best. I did get a little nervous during the women's 60 at Millrose because she didn't pull away from the beginning and it was clear she was gonna win. I was watching she's in second for 10, 15 meters of this race. And in a 60-meter race, if you're in second for that much, that's a lot of the race. That's a lot of the race. But she then pulled out at the end and ended up winning. And one other thing that I got to keep in mind with your with Mary Beth thing, she's the best athlete competing at USA's that doesn't have a contract. And so this race means more to Mary Beth than I think it means to Micaiah and to Aaliyah Hobbs. Not to say that it doesn't mean it's not important. Like, they're all competitors. They all want to win. Just like how, when Sydney McLaughlin was at the New Balance 60, like, she's a competitor. She wants to win, but like, it's different. Like, when you have other people that have something to prove versus like you're in there trying to compete. And I think she's got something like, hey, I'm trying to get this money. I'm trying to get paid. I need to have as many.
I need another notch on my resume to help me get that. So yeah. I mean, considering I've spoken with my dog M. Beazle since then, and I talk to all my people. You're actually right, Colin. Like, that's literally where she's sitting at right now. Like, needing one more marker. I mean, and then, from what I'm being told, whatever, from, powers that be, yada, yada, yada. For her, and we're going to get out this topic, but for her, she needs to just go in. She ain't got to win, but go place. Get top 2, get top 3. So, Now, Coleman. Coach, don't you say nothing. You say nothing yet. Don't you say nothing yet. Don't you say nothing. Let me get it out first. Glad Anson ain't here. Shit, it's going to be a rough night already when Trayvon get on here. So Coleman comes out and does what I said when nowhere in hell he was going to do. I admit it.
Which is what?
I admit it. I said it. I told, when we were talking our little private chat, I said it. I said, ain't nowhere in hell he going to go 6'4". I said, ain't no way he going to go from 6'70" to 6'4". That shit don't even add up. I don't want to hear it. It ain't going to happen. And then the clock said 6'4". And I was like, boy, what is in my glass? What the hell am I drinking? Damn. Now, I got to be honest. That 6'4" looked it smoother than last year. When he opened up last year. Last year, it looked a little rushed, still a little yada, yada, yada. He still didn't look good to me at that 45-meter marker, at 45.50. The question is, did the false start affect Noah, though? And is that why he was able to shoot out so fast? Oh, and I got the splits from that race, too. My boy, Nat. Shout out to Nat. Nat gave us the splits. I'm going to pull them up.
Listen. The fact that you were so disrespectful.
I think it was because Noah false started, but go ahead. I ain't going to interrupt you no more.
The fact that you were so disrespectful. So disrespectful.
Answer ain't even here, and I still got to hear it. Okay, go ahead.
To a man of his caliber, you should be ashamed of yourself, Ray. Now, last year, you were spot on. I'm going to give you your credit. Because you said him being off that long was going to impact how he was going to perform last year. However, you said
I did say
year
that.
2.
I did say that.
It's year 2, Ray.
I did say that. I said that. I did say that.
Now, I didn't see the 671 race. But I'm going to assume that he really wasn't going. I'm going to assume that because for him to one race off and run 647, yeah. No false start because CC starts get. Yeah. I mean, look, listen. And you know something? I ranked that as one of his worst starts.
Who,
Coleman. Yeah. I don't think that was one of his better starts. We've seen them gap folks even bigger. So for him to come out there and to shush the crowd, right? Let's be clear, dog. They watch us. Cause they give away hints. It's little things that they say. They watch us. We're
the only track show out there. Of course they
they watch us, yo. And so Ray, when he was doing this, he was doing that to you. And I said he was gonna win. I said he was gonna win. In the group chat, I said he was gonna win. Okay? Let's be clear. Colin, me, T, and Anson all said that Coleman was gonna win. You was on that Gilligan Island by yourself, sir. You was on that island solo.
Can I explain myself? Did I get a chance to explain myself?
Go right ahead.
Okay, see, here's what I was looking at, okay? Here's what I was looking at, right? I'm being honest with y'all. And y'all know what my train of thought came from. He ran 670, and I saw it, okay? I was like, man, that looked it good. but it wasn't fast. So, everybody was, throwing out it may have been a clock malfunction, yada, yada, yada. I might can go at that now. Because I'm telling you, like, I saw the 670. It was like, damn, he looked good. So my whole notion is this right here. Noah is riding the high, okay? One thing for certain, two things for sure. People like Noah, when they get just a little bit of rope, they either gonna lasso you in or they gonna hang themselves. Okay. I think this time he hung himself because he wanted to beat him, but he also respected him. That's why he false started. Anytime you false start, it's because you respecting the people in the race. That means I'm trying to get out. So I do think that false start though affected Noah because Coach, you've been there and you coach athletes now. Once you get that false start, you the last one to blocks now. You literally been to sit now. Like you are not going to try and get out. You are not going to try and catch nothing. You've been to sit. Now, not only that, with Noah, now I got to go over there and talk to people about the protest and do all of this. So mentally, he already out of it. When I saw that, I was like, he ain't going to win no matter what. Now, I still think Noah is ready to run. But like I told y'all in the group chat, he going to have to go 6'4" to beat Noah. So if Noah hadn't false started, would he have won? I'm going to have to say no. I got to go with no. Like, I got to eat my own words. I have to do that because it's like, no, because it's going to take 6'4" to beat him. And I don't think, I said CC ain't got no more than 651, 652 in him at best. He said, Ray, shut up. I said, okay. Okay, you right. He went 6'4". Now, this whole notion, though, that you started, sir, I'm going to call it out. We'll go to the next topic. This whole notion that you did, though, Coach, he going to make the team now. I don't appreciate that. Now, that I don't appreciate. Not that part is the only part. Now, I'm going to give you the win. I'm going to give you, I was right. I was wrong. I'm going to give y'all that. But this whole notion, and we'll get into this later. I'm going to wait till Trayvon come on the show before we even talk about that. This whole notion that now he makes the team because he's going to have to beat one of them three. I'm going to let y'all battle that out.
Yeah, first, it's official that Coleman is not going to be at USA's. He's scratched. Trayvon is listed as scratched here too, which I'm sure we'll talk about. So it's Noah Lyles, Kendall Williams, Cravon Gillespie, Josephus Lyles, I guess Kobe Hilton.
Cravon running?
Cravon there. Yeah, Cravon going to be there.
How you get in?
He ran a 60 at some meet 2 weeks ago. I think he ran at American Track League, I think, right?
I thought he went like some.
He ran in Albuquerque. He got tapped down the Albuquerque.
I thought he ran like 6'7" or some shit like that.
6'7" gets you into USA. Like y'all forgetting. There are people that qualified and have been accepted that ran a 6'85". You just got to run 6'85" to get into USA's.
Well, stop.
Look it up right now.
Boy, my day,
Dominic Artis of Shocker Track.
Right.
Gavin Cooley of More Elite Track Club ran a 6'85". He was accepted and declared.
You know
He didn't qualify. You got to run a 6'7" to qualify, but they accepted to 6'85" because nobody's doing it.
So what you're saying is Noah just has an easy path to a championship.
Noah, in my opinion, is definitely he should win this USA's. And this is the best opportunity for him to run in that 6'4" range because it's like he's not racing anyone really.
Right.
Sure, he's going to have some people pushing him because his brother's going to be there, and we saw that his brother did test him in the 2 weeks ago, and he's still the favorite. But
now the question got to be:
Josephus stands no chance.
This now, the question is this. The question is this now: with none of them in it, and he wins it, do we respect it the same?
Yeah, I'm looking at the time. I'm gonna look what he runs at the time because if you watch the telecast, they use his 60 in comparison to what he did for the 200. So there's a bigger picture. I don't think it's about him so much winning. It's about what time he puts up. You know what I'm saying? Like I believe it's about what time he puts up. He's gonna win going away. I mean, his only competition is his brother. Yeah. All right. Let's give Cravon his props. Okay, let's give it. I know.
First of all,
Kobe Hilton.
Keeping it sports related. and that's why I'm saying no, because sports related, Trayvon ain't showed nothing this year. I'm just being an analyst. He ain't showed nothing this year to even put him in the conversation.
Okay, true indeed. I mean, just on respectfully, I know he's gonna make the final. Respectfully, he's gonna make the final.
I mean, look, you
I
just
have
found
no.
out 6'8", and so he better make the final. Shit.
I have without a shadow of a doubt that he's gonna make the final. I think he's ran under 670 twice this year. Nothing to write home about, but he did, you know. So he's gonna make the final, but I don't see anybody other than Josephus challenging Noah, and Noah is gonna literally run away from the field. He's gonna probably I give him 649.
649
2 rounds
for
Noah.
I give him 649.
But you know, we gotta at least me. We gotta go with what Michael Johnson tweeted about though. You know, same thing he said about Trayvon. And Trayvon on the show later, we can talk about that too. And he was like, you know, well, you got to line up and do that. It's cool to run that fast. So I'm looking at it from the same aspect of it. Like, yeah, Noah, you will be I'm gonna tell you like this here. I'm a huge LeBron fan. Everybody knows I'm a LeBron fan. Huge fan. I'm a Lakers fan. But I feel like that bubble is a little tainted victory. You know what I'm saying? Because like it wasn't a real basketball season. You know what I'm saying? So that one for me is an asterisk mark. Noah winning would be great because it's on his resume. But at the same time, I have to be like, well, did you only win because there was nobody else in the race? Versus if Trayvon had been there, if CC had been there, would you have still won? Based on what they just did, I would have to go with no. Because even if we go to the numbers game, both of them have hit this year, and this actually goes to what you was trying to convince me of, Colin, like 3 weeks ago, that he's never hit 6'4" ever. So how do you expect him ready today to beat people who win 6'4"? He did it. He beat Trayvon. So I'm talking about it again. But, you know, that's where we at now. It's like, well, I mean, you've never seen the area code that they are in. So in order for you to even be in the conversation of U.S. indoor champ, you got to put that phone number down there. You can't go win with no 650, no 651, because then it's going to be like 2 people this year ran faster than you already. So you really like a paper champ.
Based off of like what his previous interviews were and things like that and interactions, I think it's like if this race and the Boston race had been flipped around, he would have PR'd in 2 straight meets because this 6.53 is better than what his previous PR is, and the 6.51 is better than what his previous PR is the year before. So had these 2 meets been flipped around, it would have been like, oh, look at this guy. He's progressing. He's PRing each meet. So like he's trending like in the right direction. And he run a 6.53 where he gets left in the blocks. So
it's not bad.
It's like, it's not bad. And so I think like if I'm him, like I'm looking at it as, hey, if I can run a 6'4", 6'4", even 6'5", even if I can just stay in 6'5" consistently, what does that say about my 100 outdoors? It's like, yeah, I know I'm not going to have the start that Coleman has. Coleman's going to have me in the start all the time. Not going to have the start that Trayvon has. I know that. But if I can just be not that far behind after the first 60, I know if we're even with 40 meters left, you're not catching me. I think that's what Noah's saying, or what he would be thinking, because it's like, man, if I'm neck and neck with you at something that you're supposed to be miles ahead of me, then what does that say when we get to something that's closer to what I'm good at? Like that's what I would be saying if I was Noah.
You know what's funny? Go ahead.
And then on the opposite side of things, if I'm Christian Coleman, I think not racing at USA's is a very smart move. Like, let this man think about that loss until he sees you in the outdoor season in the middle of the year. That's what I would do. I'd be
let it stew up in the system.
Yeah, I just got that win. It's a viral moment. We had all these interviews. I shushed the crowd. I took a bow. I'm gonna let you think about that. I'll let you win your USA title. I'll let you think about that until I see you on the track outdoors. So these are great mind games and stuff like that.
Mhm.
They're both going down. Like it's some elite stuff.
Mhm.
And then the shade that he threw. Yeah, you know, if I had the opportunity to run more than one round, listen, bro.
I love it.
Bro, you listen, it's cute and all, bro. Your body ain't ready to go 642, bro. It ain't ready to go. It ain't ready to go.
Watch this though. On the flip side, let's do a comparison before we get to the next topic. Based on what Colin's saying, if you think about it, and let me make sure I preface this first. Noah Lyles is not Tyson Gay. He's not gonna see those numbers, at least in the 100. All right.
No.
But what I will say is this: Tyson wasn't the best starter, but if he was anywhere close to a sophomore or anybody, Race over.
Yeah.
He's gonna go right by you. They got the same coach. It's the same coach. I keep telling y'all that Coach B probably one of the best spring coaches there is. They got the same coach. So what y'all saying really ain't that far-fetched, because it's like he ain't gotta be the best starter, because Lance have shown that. Lance shown that all the way back to, we can go all the way back to Veronica Kimball. We can go all the way back to that. Like, you ain't gotta be the best, but for some unapparent reason, Lance knows how to make sure that when you stand up, you find a gear that ain't nobody else got. So if you stay close enough, they're gonna go right past you. So
Ooh, them 450s they be doing in practice, child. Oof. Listen, I was at one of their practices, man. They different. And they do
450. I'm gonna back it up though. I'm gonna go with like a 450 because you went sub 50 in the 4. Femke Bowl went 50 point. I'm sorry. She
49.
49
points.
I can't disrespect her like that. She went 49.
49.95.
49.95. Okay. I'm gonna ask this question the way that I have it here. Does that even mean anything to us beating Seared?
Say it again.
Does that 49 mean anything towards racing Seared, as if she now has a chance to be next to Sydney McLaughlin?
All it's gonna do is cement Sydney McLaughlin as the greatest 400-meter hurdler of all times. Reason being, nobody had to go against the competition. I'm talking about bar-setting, stealing, breaking athletes. She doesn't have a break. She still had to deal with the little Muhammad. Yeah, motion sickness, whatever drugs you're on, put it down. Just put it down. Then she got to go against Femke Bolton. Now, Femke Bolton, younger than her. What, Femke Bolton, what, 20?
22.
She's 22. Think about this for a second. When most of the top athletes were in their prime, they never had to face that type of competition and they're young. Like, they're super young. Like the Lila's what, 29, 30?
Something like that.
Okay, so she's relatively still young. So, because 30 don't mean nothing anymore. Let's be real. They don't mean anything. It really don't. So, not only do she got somebody that's remotely still at the pinnacle of her career, versus somebody that is coming up and can still hit numbers. So, Sydney, if she beats this specific Femke Bowl, it's just gonna solidify what we already know. That she's the greatest 400 hurdler to ever grace the track. She needs Femke Bowl. She doesn't need, and this is real, let's keep it 100. Michael Johnson's era was not, there was nobody there. The talent was like, let's be honest, it was him versus the clock. It was literally him versus the clock.
Yeah.
It's not like LaShawn and Karani and Wade Van Niekerk, where they had each other for like 3-4 years.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Where they had to be on their A game in order to win. Wade will win, Karani will win, LaShawn will win, but it made each other better. And I think this is something that Sydney needs, and Sydney's not going to rest.
This how I feel, real fast. I feel like it's a waste of damn time. Literally. It's beautiful. That 49 is beautiful, but it's a waste of 49 seconds. Why is it a waste of 49 seconds? Damn near for every reason coach just said. You're not going to care to see it. You're not. You don't get some. You don't get some. It don't matter. You ran 49. Kudos, man. Cool. That's fast. But you still run 400-meter hurdles. You don't run the open 4. If you ran the open 4, that 49 would be like, oh shit. But because you're a 400-meter hurdler and you got to take that 49 over there to try and use it against Sid, it ain't gonna work for you. It ain't gonna work for you. It's cute, like it's amazing. Like, ooh, 49. But I think because she's not a true 400-meter runner, it don't matter as much. It literally don't matter. It don't mean nothing now. Because you got to take it over there.
So it does mean a lot. You want to know what it means a lot of? It means that when they have the wide shot at the end of the 400-meter hurdles, there's going to be someone in that picture other than Sidney McLaughlin. It means that there will be someone within 10 meters now of second place with Sidney McLaughlin. That's what it means. Because in all the shots in the last 250 meters of the World Championship last year, it was Sydney by herself. And now it means someone's at least going to be in that picture. She ain't winning. She's still going to come in second. It's going to be the fastest second place medal you've ever seen. I bet you, I legitimately would be interested in seeing,
2009.
I bet you the time that she runs would probably be good enough to win a world championship in every year from 2019 older. I bet you she has one of the fastest time, but it's just, you're going up against Sydney. I'm sorry. It's just not, this ain't going to happen.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do this real fast. I want to ask somebody who don't run the dang on 60 or do any of this stuff. So let me sir, what do you think? Before we get to do anything, what do you think about the 50 bowl 400? What do you think it means versus 60?
Man, we talked about this at practice today. Now she different, dog. She turned up. That 49.9 something crazy. I ain't gonna lie. And she gonna be nice this year.
Nice enough to beat Sid?
See it in another stratosphere, dog. But we were talking about this at practice. I said this. I said I think she gonna push Sid to do something that we already know for Sid to do. I think Sid gonna put that record so far out there, dog. It's gonna be almost impossible to touch, dog. I said arguably if Sid do what I think Sid gonna do, it's probably gonna be one of the greatest records in track and field, yo.
So you saying she finna push her own record again out there?
Bro, she finna push that joint, dog. I don't think people understand, bro. We talked about this after the old New Balance meet. Bro, she did the short hurdles, and then look what she did in the 400 hurdles, right? She stepped into the 60 to work on some stuff, like everybody say. Bobby Kersey be knowing what he doing. Bro, she gonna push that thing so far out there, dog. I'm telling you, it's gonna be different.
If she pushed that record any further than it's already at, I'm gonna start watching track. I'm gonna start watching. What's the little thing they do? The Olympic Games, the little ice shaving thing. I'm gonna start watching that shit because this is getting ridiculous. Nah, it's just getting ridiculous.
Man,
Miss Bromell,
what's good?
welcome to the show. God
damn.
Hey, Trey.
Yo, what's good, Coach?
You know me, I'm chilling, man. Hey, man. Somebody said you were scared to go to USA's, man.
Coach!
Hey.
You disrespectful.
Hey, I'm gonna say this. I know people seen the declaration sheet and seen me scratch. After Millrose, I'm talking about as soon as they crossed the line, I begged my coach to go. I then called my agent and had my agent call him. He said it ain't no point, which I understand. Y'all want to see me beat Noah in the 60, or do y'all want me to be ready for USA's and World so everybody can stop saying, oh, Trey don't do this, Trey don't. My coach looking at the bigger picture. So I'm like, hey, I can only follow coach rules.
Look, your coach has known me since I was a teenager. For a matter of fact, he did a home visit at my apartment in junior college. That's how long he's known me. Okay, so I know he doesn't train no suckers, man. But I'm just wondering, man, are you scared a little bit? You got a little bit of tinkle?
Coach disrespectful all the time.
This man here. Hey,
he's the antagonist. It says the antagonist right there. He's got to do it.
Listen. You are an alum of my favorite school, Baylor University. You had Mike Ford as your coach. You had the great Clyde Hart as the oversight of one of the greatest programs ever assembled. I know Waco don't build no suckers, so I was just wondering.
Well, I ain't from Waco. I'm from Southside St. Pete, so that's one thing. I ain't from Waco.
Okay,
Two,
okay.
since you say your favorite school and everything, was I scared my freshman year when I took the title as a freshman? I wasn't scared then.
Nah, you wasn't scared.
I wasn't scared then, bro. This was the thing. It's track and field, dog. Like no human being in track and field scared me. Like it's track. It ain't nothing to be afraid of. Like I said, I'm just following coach rule. You feel me? That's simple as that. I think people take this whole track and field thing. They take it all out of context, dog. When they get, oh, you scared, like, bro? These people are track and field, bro. Most of these people play with toys at home, dog. most of these people are like real life, just kids, bro. I'm not worried about nobody in track and field, dog.
So here's what I want to say. All right.
So hold on. Ray don't got you making the team. I just want to let you know that.
What? What team? First of all,
the 100-meter team.
Stop it. We'll get to that.
You got him finishing 5th.
That's you.
Coach is he's just being airing. He saw Trey. I'm airing everything out in 5 seconds. He ain't been here for 3 minutes. You saying that you popping everything.
I'm gonna get on Coach head hard here in a minute. He making up today. What is cool?
The antagonist. Hey, the antagonist. See that right there at the bottom?
Yeah,
the antagonist.
I appreciate you for stopping by.
Oh, yeah.
I do that. I do. I'm gonna go ahead and do it like I told the world I was gonna do. Hey, like a man of mine. I said you're gonna get your ass whooped by Noah, and that's what I said. And then I went and got doggone Don King with it. I went putting posters up and everything. Boy, I had the whole works. And then you was like that normal Trey, like, all right. All right, Ray. That's how you feel? Okay. Now, how y'all 42? I'm off the track now. Fuck.
Man, hey.
Tell me about that. No, I'm being dead serious. Tell me about that 42. Tell me about, before we get into the other, I got some questions I want to ask you about running that in colleges. Tell me about that 42. What was going through your mind? No, that's this. After you lost to Noah, tell me what was going through your mind then, and then tell me what was going through your mind when you hit that 42.
So I ain't gonna lie, like the New Balance joint, like I ain't really know how to feel about it. Obviously, I don't like losing, especially not in those 60. But also within the race, I knew personally why I went wrong, and then I think Coach said it, and I know somebody else said it on the live too. But my thing is, bro, when like I'm cool with taking the L. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause especially me, I know I turn up at the races that I win. Don't get me wrong. But when I heard Noah say, "This is my house," while I was on the track, boy.
Yeah, he said
when I heard that, when I tell you, it took everything in me not to lose my composure. I was like, I'm like, okay, it's your house. Bet that's literally how I felt the whole time, bro. You can ask Marvin, bro. When I got back to training, I'm talking about I was locked in. I'm like, all right, cool. Like that's how you want to do it, and we're gonna go ball for ball, cool. So I was just like, well, shoot, at the moment when I got back to the track, I was just like, dang, man, like I know I'm faster than 651. You know what I'm saying? Like last year I opened up 650, but I ain't raced the rest of the season. I ran 648 as an opener back in 2021. So I'm thinking like, man, ain't no way 2016 me is faster than me now. You feel me? So literally the night before the Clemson meet, I hit the people up. I said, hey, let me hop in. It was out of there or Arkansas because Millrose didn't want to pay. They ain't have enough money. So I was like, shoot, I'm gonna just hop in one of these.
Stop before you get the story. I gotta stop. I gotta point. Time out. That's what I'm talking about. I heard the man said, man, Millrose didn't have no money to pay me to come show up.
Nah, dog. If you want a rematch with me racing Noah and going against CC, come on, man. Like I'm not about to go for no little amount of money, bro. Like that's not happening.
You got to pay for that meet.
You got to pay for that.
Like you can't be having that. You can't be having.
Yeah.
There's a reason you ain't see Gat and Bolt together in races, man.
Exactly. But yeah.
So,
but the 42.
So I'm gonna be a band with y'all. That 42 had to be under the most craziest circumstances I've ever had in track and field. Like no boost. Like if y'all was to talk to Raina, we get there and the race was supposed to go off at 150. And I was already in the 6th heat when it went off. I started warming up at 12. I started warming up probably about like 12:55, 1 o'clock. Bro, why was they calling us to start running at 120? I got done with a warm-up lap, 4 drills, and my coach stretched me. I did no block starts when I dropped to 6:54. So when I ran that, I'm like, all right, bet. So I'm like, to be smooth, we had to run like an hour later after that for the
And I don't mean to cut you out, but I know this to be factual because people that was there said that.
Bro,
So,
they was way off on schedule sometimes, bro. So an hour later, we had to run the semis again. So I told coach, I said, hey, I'm starting like 30 minutes early because I ain't about to do that again. So we started going, boom, boom, boom. We fixed. And like I said, this meet was literally not to be like, oh, I lost Noah, but I'm good now. Like, let me make that clear. Like, it wasn't like no, like what Michael Johnson said, like, oh, is this supposed to be the settler of like, nah, bro. Like, I'm gonna settle it when I race him again. But for this, it was like fixing what I felt like I did wrong at New Balance. So in the semis, when I dropped the 646, I'm like, okay, I see what coach wanted me to do when it came through my transition phase. Now to get into the 642, after that 646, that was where y'all almost didn't see that. So I started warming up. We only had like 40 minutes to start getting ready because obviously, the finals are like close to the semis. Like they don't really like, it's going towards the end of the meet. It's the last 2 events. So we started warming up, and what we did was like jaw skip. I get to the 200 mark of my lap, and I caught a cramp in my hamstring. So I completely stopped running. I walked over through the grass. The coach, I'm like, hey, my hamstring pulling. Like I caught a cramp, while I was warming up. He did some stretches. I did 1 block start to 15. I did 1 block start to 30, and we just went out there. And it was just like, hey, whatever happened.
Sometimes, and you've been in the sport just as long as I did in my career. Sometimes those be the races that you run the fastest when it's like, shit, fuck it.
No, like that's literally how I felt. I was like, look, I'm gonna try to go out here and do something, but if this thing pull up, it is what it is. I'm already out here. I was like, I ain't spending this money to make a last minute flight just to not try to see if I can go faster than 646.
Do you think that might have had a little bit? First of all, let me make sure I do this. Shout out to Raymond, because when I sit here and tell y'all all the time, that man is a genius. Okay,
that's my guy.
When I tell you,
my guy,
that's genius. So, do you think that just that alone, him seeing that cramp, seeing 42, is enough to say we done? Like, done.
So what you gotta understand, like I ain't PB in the 60 since 2016. I got close obviously in 2021. Yeah, so in 2021 I ran 648 at Arkansas. So I got close to my PB, but ever since then, I'm gonna be real with you. Seeing Marv and Coleman last year, like drop to 641 to 644, that motivated me. I ain't gonna lie. Like I told Marv, I like, bro, that inspired me because I know what he went through, and then he got down to 644, and I'm like, I'm my training partner. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I gotta be around that boat somewhere. You feel me? So that was a lot of the reason why I thought about running indoors this year because I was like, I ain't really take indoors serious since I came back from my injury. Like y'all like I said, y'all know Raina don't care about no indoors, bro. Like these other guys, bro. These other guys have been like Asmar, bro. We've only did 2 competitive block sessions. We don't train for the 60. At Baylor, I actually trained for the 60 when I ran that 647. I actually trained. I'm talking about we were spiked up November. We was doing 70s, 80s, getting ready for the 60. Bro, Rainer don't care about that, bro. He don't care about 60 at all. That's why you think I'm the only person out of 18 people in our group that ran an indoor meet.
The one thing that I say, and I'm gonna let Colin and Coach get the flow is, so I had my boy Nat some stats on that 42, and he actually told me that's exactly where you should have been at based off of last year. And when he broke it down, when he did those splits, he was like, that's what I'm gonna say it the way it was said. He should be able to run 642 rolling out of bed, which to me makes sense based on how y'all train, based on your coach and all of that, to where everything you did last year, because he was breaking it down like your world championship splits and all that, and you hit like 38 or 42 then. So the way that he broke it down was, oh no, 42 is where he should be at at 60% because he was coming through last year at 638, 642 outside, which to me, as a trainer, makes sense because that's muscle memory now. It's like, now I just warm up good, I'm gonna hit what I've already hit. It's like how they like to mess me all the time. What'd you say, Ray? If your body been there, can go back. Well, based on what your last I'd say sprint times was last year, your body went right back to where it was already at. Which is like, okay, well, shit, if that's the case, what is the outdoor gonna hold? Because coach down here likes to say, when people run fast inside, it means they automatically gonna win or run fast outside. So this whole malarkey, he talking about some, I had you at field. I'm gonna tell you how it really went down, and then I'm gonna let Colin get the flow. Cause we ain't gonna keep it long. Cause I know you gotta train all this stuff. I'm gonna tell you what really went down. Coach is a liar, okay? Coach in that chat room. After Coleman dropped 6-4, he went in that chat room with us in our little coalition. He said, Coleman making the team. I said, hold on, coach. I said, coach, hold on, baby. I said, slow down, baby. Slow down. Look, slow down, baby. I said, I know we got the one by. So in order for Coleman to make the team, I'm not saying to give me the team. But in order to make the team, that means, because no one's gonna run that runner. What you telling me is, coach, he got to go beat Noah, who showed I can come up and close on you. Or he got to beat Trayvon that says that's not going to happen. Or you got to go beat Moore that says, I wish you might try because I'm going to get my contract. Coach seems to think that, I'm not saying CC can't. Coach actually seems to think that CC going to knock one of y'all three out of there. Now, I'm not saying he think it's you, but I think he think it's you.
Hey man, you can think, everybody can think what they think, man. At the end of the day, it is what it is when it get to that line, man. Everybody gotta understand, bro. Like y'all say it all the time, man. Like I've been realizing it, bro. Just because you run fast in the 60 don't mean nothing. Like I'ma always respect every runner that's in this thing, from CC to Marv to Fred to Coleman to Noah, everybody, right? But you gotta understand, just because you run a fast 60 doesn't mean it always transition. Like, look at Prefontaine. That's a great example. Like everybody say, oh, Noah ran this, he can run it. Noah ran 655 last year. I won Prefontaine, celebrating with a gap.
He did do that shit.
All right.
Coach, it ain't your time to talk. It's Colin's time to talk. You already had your time. Colin,
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, Colin. Go ahead. I'm coming after you, Colin. Go ahead.
All right. I got like two questions, 2 points. First, well, I guess three. First one, Trey, you got me addicted to buying these 550s. I think that's all I wear now. So if you got a coupon code or something, let me know, because that's the only shoe that's in my rotation. You that got me hype on those. So hit me in the DMs if you got a coupon code or something for these 550s, because that's all I'm rocking. Then also, so after the race, we saw a girl T in the interview. Shout out Real Talk.
Shout out T.
Interviewing Noah, where he says, "Oh, if I had 3 rounds like Trayvon, I could have ran 6'4", 6'4", 2". Did you see that interview? If so, how you think?
Man, when I tell
one race,
not only did I see it, people sent it to me. Look, man, hey, at the end of the day, if you feel like you can do it, then you just gotta go out there and do it. Like I said, I mean, it's not running 6'4" low, running 6'4" in general, like y'all say, is not easy. Like I've ran it obviously back in 2016, I ran it in 2021. So I know what 6'4" felt like. Just like when I got hurt and I came back, I had already ran 9'8" when I was a teenager. So my body know what it felt like. If he feel like he can go 6'42", then he just have to go 6'42". But I don't think he understand that it ain't that easy. Like it's not that easy. It ain't that easy, yo. Like I don't think people realize that. That puts you in a whole different element. Like when you running that fast, like it's different. Everything changes, especially for like athletes who are top end type prospects. The faster you get up to velocity, the quicker you start decelerating. Like I just really want people to understand that. The faster you get up to velocity, the quicker you start to decelerate. like I said, I don't know. I be chilling, yo.
Well, you
you
study
I be chilling.
biomechanics, man. You can't be getting these folks all this stuff.
I went to school for this,
You
yo.
went to
Like
school
this
for
was
this.
like I understand this, bro. I've been a student, like, bro. I've been running since I was 4 years old, legit. Like, I've been running for 20 plus years. I know this sport in and out, dog. When it comes to how fast somebody can run from body posture, I know it all, bro. That's just what it is. I study this stuff.
Yeah, 6'4" That's what? That's top 6, top 5 all time.
Mm-hmm.
That's some speed. That's some speed. Other one I have for you. So, like, you mentioned, like, 60 don't really mean, or indoor times don't mean that much when it comes to outdoors. But like, how does, like, mentally, how does it feel going into outdoors, knowing that you did finally PR in that 60 that you hadn't seen in a couple years? How does it feel knowing, like, all right, I reached that. Now I'm going into another, an outdoor season where I'm good. Like, does that affect you at all mentally in a positive or a negative way, or does it not really mean that much?
Man, all right. I'm gonna answer the question by asking y'all the question. Have I ever had a problem with running fast? I've ran fast times multiple times. That ain't the issue. So the 642, when you see me celebrate slightly at the end, like hitting my chest, is just because it's like I was like, okay, I knew I won just a 651 guy. But it didn't do nothing for me to say, like, oh man, these dudes like, bro, that, like, once again, I have to win the race. I have to win the race. Period, point blank. It don't matter what you do in the 60. I have to win the race. And winning the race ain't always probably going to equate to the time that you want or what people suspect. You got to win the race. So that's what coach, like I said, getting me ready for, like, mentally and physically. Win races.
I want before coach get the flow and start ranting. I want to piggyback off of what Colin just said though. And also what Mike said. Shout out to Michael Johnson on Twitter. He said, I'm sure you saw it, that 642 was more for you versus any type of rivalry.
Yeah.
Can you elaborate on that? Do you feel that way? Like, that 642, like you said, like, I know I'm better than 651 runner. So that 642 was more for you versus it ain't me trying to show y'all that I'm better than him. Like, y'all should have already known that because I got a faster time.
Anybody who thought that I ran that race to signify, oh, I'm better than somebody else that wasn't in the race, you got to be misconstrued on what sports is about. Like, at the end of the day, we know when it comes to head-to-head sports, it's about who wins in that particular event, right? So unless he's in the race, what I run doesn't do anything. It doesn't mean anything. All it did for me and my coach was tell us, hey, we haven't been training for this, and this what you ran. Like I said, when I came back from New Balance, Marvin straight up told me, he was like, bro, I thought you was gonna run 653. He was like, I know you ain't been training for the 60. He was like, you ran faster than I thought you was gonna run. So let that be said, bro. Like, it was really just one of those things where, like, shoot, we know where we at.
Well, okay. The antagonist. Go ahead, man.
So here's where people need to be concerned. He ran 3 races in a span of maybe an hour and a half. That goes to show where his speed endurance is. That goes to show where his fitness level is thus far. Think about that for a second. You know how taxing it is to run 3 60-meter rounds on the same day, not on Friday, then come back and run semis and finals on Saturday. No, he ran all 3 of those rounds on the same day. So that says a lot about where he is fitness-wise. Now, back to this nonsense.
Hold on, Coach, before you go off though, because I want to ask you a question though. Based on what you just said, Trey. Well, let's just do this then. Do you think, based on that 640, and what Coach is saying is right, and what you saying is the same thing? Like, bro, we in off-season conditioning. That's me just on a 60%. So now I mean this question then, based on that 642 and how you felt when you did that, do you think? And I'm asking you, just as an athlete, we always gonna say yeah, but I'm asking you like for real. Do you think if you had actually been training for indoor, you could have possibly even touched the record then, considering like we all can sit here and say I ran 642 off of nothing.
Yeah.
So had I trained at that same moment, had I really trained indoor, that 642 would have been a world record as opposed to a 42. Could you say that you feel that way?
So I'm always the person that's gonna respect records, dog. I'm gonna respect records to the T, and I'm gonna also respect what another athlete's talent is. You feel me? Like we all know that CC is a torpedo out the blocks. Like we know that his from the start to his acceleration is crazy. We know that for a fact. Me, I'm just the same. Training for it, man. For me, I'm all about taking those steps. I can't just say I was gonna go from 47 to 32. Let's be realistic. I'm a realist. I always think logic. I think science. I think numbers. For me to do that, bro, I would have had to put my body in a different stratosphere. I'm talking about I would have to do overspeed, pulling me at that type of rate. Like I would have had to get my body used to that because once again, I haven't even touched 4.7 plus speed since 2016. So you're asking somebody to go from that realm to world record. Let's remember, Coleman and Maurice are the only people to touch 6'3". It's the same conversation that we say about Johan and Tyson and Bolt. To take your body to 9'6", 9'5", that is light years away, even though people like me, Fred, Coleman, Marv, are running the 9'7", 9'8", and we say, oh, that's just 0.2 away. That is still a stratosphere from what we are, like from where we are. So I can't just sit up here and say, oh, if I train for a year, I'm running 632. Is it possible? I truly believe that anything is possible. But I'm also a believer on like I gotta do it. You know what I'm saying? And that's why, like I said, with the 42, I celebrated a little bit, at the end, because I'm like, okay, Trey, you got there. Like you in a good space. Man, let's keep this momentum going and go back to the crib. But like I said, I ain't gonna lie. I wanted to go to USA's after that. I wanted to give it one more try. I ain't gonna lie to you. Especially as Albuquerque, dog. You know Albuquerque.
Albuquerque they've been a roll. Shit, that's why
man,
Albuquerque,
you know.
42, Albuquerque gotta give you 38.
Bro, Albuquerque, look. And I'm fine with that. If I would have ran 638, dog, I ain't gonna lie to you. That would have been big. That would have been big. But at the end of the day, it ain't once again, the more and more I've come back into this sport. And like I hear everybody out here, I see all the comments. It ain't about always running fast times. Like I gotta run it when it matters. You feel me? I gotta get the championships. I gotta get the titles. I don't feel like God brought me back in this sport for nothing. You feel me? Like I was supposed to be done. I was supposed to be done. So I'm here for a reason, but I gotta, you know what I'm saying? I gotta lock in. So that's why I ain't too tripping about this indoor stuff. I gotta do what I gotta do for what matters. You feel me?
Yeah.
So
go ahead.
Oh, so going to outdoor.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I personally believe that somebody's getting left off the team. Now, my pick is Noah. Because I feel that y'all pride is way too big to allow him to come in there to take that spot. Look, man, Fred already came in and said, you know what? Slide down. Y'all not gonna let another person just come and infiltrate. And Noah has been sparking interest because he has been throwing. I don't want to say. I think the term beef is too overused and is used in the wrong way because it's no static between any of y'all. But he's throwing a little bit of cayenne pepper in there. You know what I'm saying? How do you combat that? Because you don't really talk trash. He does. And for me, it don't feel comfortable when he talk trash. It just seems like
once again,
right? Like I could see Marv talking trash. You know what I'm saying? So how do you combat that? How do you, other than just say, yo, we just got to line up this and the third? Like what
I'm
do
gonna
you do
be
the next
real
time
with
y'all
you.
line up in 100?
I'm gonna be real with you. You all watch the 200 and you all watch the 100. Y'all see how the people are in the 200, and there ain't no shade to them. They all cool people, and most of them I'm cool with. You see how we are in the 100. You see who we got in the 100. I might not talk a lot, but like I said, man, I come from the South Side. A lot of that talking I don't do. The loudest person in the room, usually the softest person in the room. So my thing is like at the end of the day, man, you gonna have to line up regardless. And you got people like me, Coleman, Marv, Fred, who ain't about to take the talking lightly. You know what I'm saying? Now, do I think he's doing it out of a beef sense? No, he's just doing it for good competition. It's good entertainment. Don't get me wrong. It's getting people hype. It's getting people hype. But once again, like I was telling my brother this the other day, the first time you trash talk, you have to live up to it every single time.
Every time.
Every single time.
The fans, the supporters, everybody is going to hold that against you until the end of your career. So if you lose one race, they gonna let you have it. Trust me. I understand. 2021, Twitter was on my neck all the way up until January of the following year. So trust me, I know they're not gonna let you live it down. They're not gonna let it just pass. So every time you talk, when you do anything like that, you gotta back it up every single time you step on the track. And I don't think he understands the type of people that's in the 100 meters. Like the trash talking ain't just gonna be gone after the meet. Like no, like I said, I know he don't personally like I don't fool with Trey. I know he don't personally dislike me, but I took that it's my house personal. I did. I train with a chip on my shoulder when I hear stuff like that. You feel me? Like I'm like, nah, I can't let that slide. I can't. I ain't built like that.
So knowing that he has great top end speed, what is it that when you go back, you look at your races last year, and you probably went back and saw some things that need to be corrected. How do you combat something that's been known from Lance Brahman's top sprinters over the years? How do you combat that top end speed?
Shoot, man, it's all about trusting. It's trusting the coach, sitting down with the coach and understanding where you have lack of abilities at, right? So I have always obviously been blessed with like just jittery speed and everything like that. So my top end wasn't always the best. Even in college, like Coach Ward can even tell you, like, yeah, I ran fast 200 times for collegiate, but man, I ain't really take that serious. Y'all see how I ran, man. I'd be in 7th place and then come catch everybody, and I take a win with 20.3 or 20.4, and I'd be fine with that. I never actually tried in a 200, so I never actually developed my top end. So last year, I was training with Andre a lot, and that's why probably a lot of people seen an improvement on my top end. Like a lot of people don't know, if you look at the numbers, my top end was the best at Worlds, and that's how I was able to come back up into 3rd. Because if you watch from 0 to 50, dog,
you wasn't supposed to get no medal.
I wasn't supposed to get no medal. I wasn't
not supposed to get that medal, sir.
I swear I wasn't, and I ain't gonna lie. Like training with Dre had helped a lot because his top end is even at practice when he do that longer stuff. Obviously, we know when you doing starts with me and Marv, it's the me and Marvin show. Like that's just real. But when it comes to like those 250s, 300s, 400s, 450s, bruh, Dre top end comes out. So when you stick with him, you build that. So a lot of training this year, he like Trey. If you want to run fast top end, you got to do it, bruh. If I tell y'all a workout I did, bro, I did like 500, 400, 350, 300, 250. Next day, 8 200s. The day after that, I was like, bro, I'm like, bro, I ain't want to be a 200 runner no more. But I know if I'm talking about competing with these guys and being able to combat and go back to back with them at like world championships and USAs, I have to be strong at the end because just like we see, if it's a situation where we side by side, I have to be the strongest if I'm talking about making a team, or I have to be the strongest if I'm talking about edging them out at the end.
Ray, I need you to clip this part because I need to post this. Clip this part.
Get the time stamp.
Just we talking about
111. Remember the time stamp, 111.
Yeah, clip that part.
Now, one thing about me, yo, like, and you can add, and coach, you can add Coach Ford. One thing about me, I'm not scared to throw up at practice if I want to be better. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the thing about me. Like, I take everything in consideration, the way I race, what people say, everything. I take all that stuff to the training, and I'm like, coach, whatever I got to do, I do not care if I die at practice. I don't care if I got to run. Maybe practice, they run and get my asthma pump. Get me what I need, but I'm going to attempt this because I want to be better. Simple as that.
I'm going to go off that comment, though. I'm going to let Coach get it. Who wins the 400? You or Marv?
Me or Marv. In the 400?
Head up. Who wins?
I'm gonna say me in that one. It's funny because I ain't gonna lie. I was telling Marv I got $100,000 to see him and Marcel race the 200, bro, because they all front side. Yo, I love to see that. They all front side. No, that's the only reason why I say I pick me, bro, because he is front side, bro. That man, once he come out the blocks, everything is here. So it's hard to run curves and open up your stride because eventually them hips gonna get tired. They're gonna get tired. So that's why I say I pick me. Think about me and Marvin had this argument last year, man. He said he gonna beat me in the 200.
Yeah,
I'm like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
I'm like, come on, bro.
Shouldn't damn one of y'all been in the damn 200 after I saw that shit.
So,
Man,
look. Trey,
yeah,
your camp has gotten significantly smaller.
Mm.
But regardless of what, I already know that Coach Rayner is going to have some talent in that camp.
Yeah.
Without saying too much, who is going to be the surprise coming out of that camp? Outside
Your
of you and
girl.
Marv.
Your
Outside of you
girl.
and Marv.
The girl you always rooting for. The girl. Hey.
That's my baby girl, man. That's my baby girl.
Hey, obviously I've been knowing her for many, many years, dog. And she's always been a talent, and I think she really never got her flowers. But if she keep training the way she training,
I don't know what y'all talking about.
You will see.
Damn, it's like that.
You will see, bro. She if she get here training, she's a beast. A beast.
Bro, listen.
A beast. I'm talking about.
I reach out to her periodically and give her motivational stuff, man. Like, bro, that is, listen. I met her down in Gainesville.
Man, look.
When the rain washed out the meat. And her and I were sitting for about 45 minutes. That boy.
Hey, I'm telling you now, if she races the way she trains, it's gonna be a dark horse coming, and y'all ain't gonna see it coming.
Apparently, because I'm seeing her like, what the hell y'all talking about?
Hey, because she definitely ran 1091 last year. She ran 1091. She ran 10.9s a couple times in college and everything. She was deadly throughout college. It's just she kind of got lost in the sauce with all the going pro things was starting to happen mentally and then personal life. She came down here. She put in the work. She seen 10.9 again. And honestly, in that race, it should have been a 10.8 if she didn't slow down into the line. We were so pissed off. That would have been at least a good little 10.86 run.
But if she ran a 52nd leg.
Yo, when I tell you the stuff she do at practice, like if she does it in a race, the girl can cover anything from 100, 200 to 400, dog. And I'm talking about in a deadly manner. Like the way she trained. If she just do it in a race, bro, it'll be nasty, dog. It'll be nasty.
But we got reporters everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
RaesTake reporters everywhere.
Hey.
Okay.
I'm telling you, she deadly, dog. She's not scared of no workout. I'm talking about I've seen workouts, bro, where girls will probably drop off. They got 2 more runs, and I'm not talking about 80s. I'm talking about 450s, and she's running them in times that you just like, how is she not tired? And when she is tired, she gets back up and still does it at a high level fashion. That's why we get pissed off when like she get in the racing, she might get a little emotional and she don't finish through the line. We be like, bro, like, do you not know what you could really do if you just be like bumping? Yo, she gonna be cold, dog. This year, I think she gonna turn up. I think a lot of people in our group not doing indoors would be for the best. Like I said, I just did it just because I wanted to see how fast I can go. But outside of that, hey, I group doing some great things right now, bro. Everybody's stronger. It's gonna be nice.
This is what I want to get to you. I want to ask, and then I'm gonna let Colin get the flow again.
For sure.
So I got a anonymous text. Okay.
Yep.
Got anonymous text. Said this right here.
Mm-hmm.
Marvin, Trey, Christian, Eli.
Mm-hmm.
Noah, Arian, Kenny.
I already know where you're going with this guy. Hey, we talked about that today in practice, dog.
Let me finish my orders with my teams.
Mm-hmm.
Brian, Grant, Devin Allen, and either Trey Cunningham or Michael Norman.
Mm-hmm.
So I heard that these are like some relays that could potentially go off at some, I call them fun meets, like Bermuda, LA. How are you thinking about that? Is that what I'm hearing? Kind of like, yeah, we might do it, at Bermuda or the LA meet, Is any of that like what you even gave some thought to based on the text that I got?
Man, me and Marv talked about this. For me, I just recently heard about that. Like, obviously, I don't know if y'all heard about like the Florida relay joint we got lined up, which should be a good one. But the that one specifically, my biggest thing is who is going where. That's the biggest thing. And if you say Eli on there, it's like, okay, everybody loves Eli on third leg. That's what everybody's saying from Worlds and everything. So it's like, okay, who goes where then?
Okay, so if you coaching and you said, look, you the captain, what does everybody go on your team? Did I just call it out? Where y'all going?
So for me, I was looking at it like this. And this was before I knew anything with Eli. And obviously Eli, my boy, so shout out to him. It ain't no discredit to him. But I didn't know who they was gonna put on there for our fourth person. But I was just naming it like, okay, I told Marv, I said, if we have a starter, I would like to see whoever starts it off to Marvin, to me, to Coleman. Because Coleman ran last leg before.
So basically you saying Eli to Marv, to you, to Coleman?
Well, if that's the finalization, then we'll have to switch it up. So that's tough, dog, because I like Marvin on second leg, but I also like Coleman on second leg as well, because he ran second leg for our team as well. That's tough, dog.
I like Coleman on second, but I like Coleman on anchor.
So I can take that.
So Eli.
So then the other Eli got to go third. He got to go third.
So
that leaves me or Marv going first to last.
So here's the deal.
There you go.
Here's the deal. Before Florida had that out of body experience in Austin and ran 37.9, Eli was on the collegiate record setting 4x1 team. He ran second.
Yeah.
So Eli can run any leg from what I've seen.
Yes, he can.
Now,
Eli good.
Now, if it was up to me, I would run Eli. I would. See, your boy over there got the 200-meter runners. He ain't tell you the truth.
I'm gonna get to that because I ain't picked y'all.
He got the 200-meter guys beating y'all. So disrespectful. So disrespectful. Okay, I got y'all winning. I got y'all winning. Not close.
Turn your ass up.
I got y'all winning. It ain't gonna be close. Okay.
Arguably though, if we front loaded, we win though.
Right.
We front loaded, we win.
I forgot.
Hey, now here's the question though. Which Christian Coleman is gonna be there? Is it American Record 4x1 Christian Coleman?
It don't matter. I'm going with. Look, my team is. I told him, I'll be the honorary captain. I'm going with Noah, Arian, Kenny, Fred.
Okay, how you lining up?
Who's going where?
How you lining up?
I'm putting together. Oh, I ain't got a problem with that. I got Noah. I'm sorry, I got Arian.
Oh, race over. Trade them one.
Leg?
Yeah.
Race over. Trade them one.
I got Arian coming out the hole.
Okay.
But then I got Fred on the backstretch to make up the damage of what's gonna happen on the first leg. I got Fred on the backstretch.
We won.
And then
Are you forgetting the handoff at the Olympics?
Damn,
that wasn't that wasn't my fault.
Unless Fred is y'all last leg, I'm
coming out the gate. I told y'all Arian. And then I'm going Fred. And after Fred, I'm going Kung Fu Kenny on the curve.
Oh, y'all definitely low.
At the Kung Fu Kenny, I'm getting the note.
It's over.
It's over. You're right. It's over. You're right. Coach.
No. It's over for y'all. Trading them team wins.
It's over. Who? What?
Trading their team wins.
Who team wins? Trade them team?
Trayvon, yeah.
Not my order. Not my order.
Okay.
What that order?
Bro, even if we front load that and give that to Eli, which Eli is a strong finisher, bro, we're going. Cause don't think me and Marvin ain't gonna get handoffs in before. Don't think
chemistry gonna be there.
Don't think we ain't already gonna be ahead of the game. You know how we Florida boys do. Come on, man, we're gonna already be ahead of the game, man. CC and Marv gonna have the chemistry.
Look, even if we home for the exhibition, we ain't worry about it.
Even if we do CC to Marv, to me, to Eli, bruh, I'm telling you. Go watch my Rome race in 2016. I can run a fast curve.
I know you can.
I can run a fast curve.
No, can. But I'm going with the 200-meter specialist. Because that's how I look at it, Trey. I'm going to tell you to your face. Okay?
Don't bet.
I ain't going to bet. I don't lost too much money answering already. All right?
$24. He lost $24.
This is how I see it happening. All of y'all are great at 100 meters. All of y'all are great at starting. That, what I say, will be the downfall. Well, I'm going to say I'm the honorary coach of the 200-meter runners. Going to be the downfall.
Can I object?
Downfall gonna be,
Can I object that?
What
And I got a great objection.
Well, I was going somewhere. Go ahead.
Let me hear it.
Do you truly believe their handoffs are going to be better than ours?
Yes.
Look. No. Look at the individuals on ours who have had my handoff to Gatlin in 2015. Butter. Christian has never messed up a handoff. Marvin has never messed up a handoff. So you got people that got chemistry with big name athletes in the past, with the Tysons and the Gatlins. Don't forget, Marvin was with us in training camp in 2016 and 2015. We were running with the big dogs. Now, when you go to the 200-meter side, it's gonna be a lot of ups and downs, dog. Everybody on that one gonna want to be big dog, and I'm telling you, it ain't. I don't think it's gonna play out the way you think it is.
I got my money on the 200-meter runner, sir.
Look,
here's my reasoning why. I'm gonna tell you what to your face. Here's what I think will happen. Okay, all of y'all are excellent at relays. Your whole relay we just called out. Every last one of y'all are fast. I think what happened. One of y'all is too damn fast. Meaning somebody gonna get out too fast, and somebody ain't gonna have their training together, and ain't gonna be able to close that last 10 meters because they're gonna be tired. Because all y'all are great starters and great 100-meter runners. I think one somebody gonna get out real fast, and it's gonna mess everything up because the other person gonna die. Like, oh shit, I got 10 more meters to go. And that is why I want 200-meter runners. Because
okay.
Can I object? Can I object?
Go ahead, Trey, because I'm gonna say something after you.
Can you please go and watch every relay that the 100-meter runners have been on where they had to leave the exchange zone and take the stick? Nobody has done that.
I know.
So I'm not worried about our guys' chemistry with understanding lane exchange and lane strategy. I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about that at all.
Real quick, I do got to say that the handoff, the Eli to Marv handoff, was not crisp at Worlds.
It wasn't.
Eli
but
did
you
fall
also,
down and he had to turn around.
But look at it before then.
I just got to keep it a buck.
He did. He got to keep it up now.
No, keep it 100. And that's why I said that we front loaded. Let Eli get the stick and just head to the crib.
Kind of what we did in 07 with Leroy on anchor against a sophomore.
Just let him head to the crib. So Eli has great top end speed.
So here's the one thing no one's considering. Who are coaching these teams?
I mean, shit, you shouldn't need no coach for this. But we
No. It matters. It matters.
Here's what I'm gonna say, Coach. I'm gonna say this: if you don't have no coaches, then now you got to read that it's gonna work, because you got to understand. Even what Trey just said, Trey just broke it down to you from an athletic standpoint. So now, if you get a coach might come in with like, well, I want to do that and do that. Sometimes it's actually better that the athletes put it together because I ain't gonna say it, but I'm gonna say it. They're a little smart in coaching sometimes. So
okay,
I think if you add coaches to it, it ain't gonna work.
But you and I both.
Like, I'm gonna tell you. I'm saying right now on the show, they need to let you coach the sprinters. They need to let me coach the 200-meter runners.
Oh, they lost.
They Colin coach the hurdlers.
They lost.
There it is.
Hey, coach, man.
USATL, LA, Bermuda.
Listen.
Right.
The reason why I'm asking who's coaching, because that 200-meter team, like, I give you a prime example, right?
It's a good team. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Last year, when that Adidas team ran down in Florida, it was Ronnie Baker. Yeah, Mouse put that team together, and you saw how fast they moved around that baton. You saw how fast they moved around the track. Now, that's what I'm asking, because you need people with competence. Like say, for example, say those three teams. You got Mike Holloway, Vince Anderson.
And those three teams got to race each other.
Right, Mike. You got Mike Holloway, Vince Anderson, and you have who's the respectable relay coach? Somebody that I know y'all will respect. Let's go, Coach Ford. Now you talking about sharpness. You talking about people who don't got ego, people that everybody respects. It makes the race a whole hell of a lot more interesting because now you know you're gonna have a clean race.
I don't see us losing, dog.
I don't see y'all losing either. Ray
Ain't
Bucket.
one way to find out. Ain't one way to find out. Ain't one way to find out. USA.
So Ray, you think and trust me, I respect everybody's ability. You think Ariane gonna pull off on Coleman?
No, not at all.
So what do you think is gonna happen on the first leg?
So I'll tell you what's gonna happen. They wouldn't let me coach it, all right? Because if I was coaching it, we'd win. Okay? Because here's why we'd win. I would acknowledge that Arian, he ain't gonna be, he can't hold on to Coleman. So what I would do is what I always told people. I would back up Fred on the back stretch to what now, Fred, you get to run a whole 110. 90, give me a 90. Just give me a good
Pause right there, right? Pause right there. You're gonna give Fred. Well, let's just speak from a hypothetical sense.
Yeah.
Let's just say Fred run 120 meters, right? He has to run into Kenny Benedict, right?
Yeah.
From a 3-point stance, is Kenny Benedict fast out of the 3-point stance?
That's my whole point. Now
Fred is gonna no. Remember what happened?
Steps.
Remember what happened at the Olympics when Fred is coming like a freight train, and it's very hard for him to slow down.
Yeah.
What happens when even somebody like Ronnie, who's the second fastest American, third fastest man all time in the 60? What happens when you have a freight train coming at Kenny?
Well, sir, like you said, sir, it's numbers, it's mathematics, sir.
Not when you changing it from first leg to second.
I might have to get him 40. We're gonna practice it. We're gonna try it. You know, we get there, we're gonna see what it looks like. You know, I might have to go 40 steps. I might have to go 42 steps.
Right.
I'm gonna play with it. You know, 110 for Fred. Might have to go like, you know, with Fred, I might have to give area like 21 steps, you know, because he gonna be coming. Fred ain't really, you know, but then I might have to give, you know, on the back end.
Whoa, hold on. Did you say 21 steps from Ariane to Fred?
Yeah, I'm getting 21. Because you got to remember, Coach.
Fred, race over.
Coach, watch. It's because I just extended to a 110. So you can't get that many steps now because it's a 110. You feel me? So I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna put 42 on the other end because Kenny ain't gonna get out. And that's all we need.
42 steps?
Shit, what the man just say? You know how Fred be coming? That's a whole Amtrak. 42.
Ray, and this is why I said I respect them guys. That's a great team, but it's going to be a lot going on. Because I'm telling you, Coleman to Marv, if that handoff is crisp, the speed doesn't slow down.
Oh shit, here we go.
The speed doesn't slow down. So you talking about, once again, me and Marv had already done handoff second and third leg before, you know what I'm saying? So we already know how our speed exchange will be. We aren't decelerating. Coleman to Marv will not decelerate. That stick will be moving at a very high velocity of speed. Like, I don't think you understand. And once we give it to Eli, like I said, Eli is a great top end runner.
Team USA, we need this to happen. Because
the real question is, who's paying for that race?
Huh?
Who's paying for that race? That's the real question.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's why I got to be like LA. Like,
allegedly though. Allegedly, the money already put up, so it's there. See? Like everybody's good. Nobody got to come out of pocket. It's one of them. It's one of them meets that's gonna be like, it's worth us going. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't gonna be no hassle. It's gonna be worth us going. But I allegedly, again, I did not hear that it was gonna be at that May 27th LA meet. I'm not sure when they trying to do this, because we also got to remember the Diamond League hundreds are during that same time, and people trying to get points for the Diamond League final. So it's a lot to kind of go over before that come about. But hey,
I heard they were trying to do it at either the LA meet or the Bermuda meet. You know, like you say, something that y'all can get paid at, and it wouldn't be, you know what I'm saying, nothing major. Because to me, like, that's why I keep talking about it. Like, to me, I think that would be fucking awesome. I mean, all jokes aside, like, do I think the 200 meter people beat y'all? Yep. I ain't changing that. But would I like to see like 100-meter runners versus 200-meter runners versus hurdlers? I would love to see that because
You know where it should be?
Get out there and calling them and the hurdlers win.
You know where it should be? Where you're gonna have a great crowd, where it would be dope.
Not in Philly.
Pen relays.
Man, no, bro. I ain't going around that track,
man.
bro. I ain't going around that track, bro.
Come
Nothing
on,
wrong with
man.
pen relays. I love watching it, but bro, I don't know, man.
That circle just ain't.
Yeah, that jacked me up, dog. When I be
circle
watching,
ain't
I'm
right.
like, what a straightaway at, dog. I'm like, the straightaway be like 30 meters.
I gotta speak on the same thing. Like every time, because I always end up running anchor and pen relays. You know me, I need to open up. By the time I get to open up, I got 50 meters. Man, I can't do this shit. No,
First we need to get back. We need to get back to this 42 steps. I can't.
Boy, they ain't getting the stick. We're gonna be gone. They gonna be running with us when we get to the zone. Baby.
36.5.
Bro, I'm telling you now, Fred going last leg is y'all best bet, bro.
No, I just told you.
Fred is y'all best bet, bro.
Because I fear that if we got Fred on the back stretch, last leg, we out the race.
How?
Right.
How though? How make that make sense?
You gotta think about it. I'm just gonna call it what it is. I don't think Noah can really. Fred gonna have to get that 120, and Fred can keep going. I think Noah will start to rig. The only way
1931 gonna rig?
Like on the real tap, I'm really saying we. The only way we're gonna beat y'all is if I can shorten my first leg to 90 meters. Okay, we gotta get the stick off first, and the only way to force sure to do that is where y'all going? Where y'all going? What y'all doing? What?
Man, shout out to my boy Will Clay with the elevate.
Man, what? Shout out to Will Clay, man. Goddamn, he done got some publicity. Shout out to Will Clay.
Man, shout out to Will Clay, man,
for
the Baylor inspired elevating, for the all black joint, man. Shout out to my boy Will, man. Go check out all his music on Apple Music, man, and Spotify, man. Check him out. Cause Ray on it today.
Oh, y'all. Oh, I gotta go answer. Y'all two are the most disrespectful. Colin, you with me though, right, baby? You with me, right?
Ray, you just lucky I ain't got no hats within seating distance.
Oh, this is ridiculous. This is damn ridiculous.
That man said 42 steps. Then he said he think Noah is gonna rig. Dog. Ray, I think you know what, bro? I done been on here too long, man. I gotta talk to my lady before it get too late, man. You know what I'm saying? It was a blessing being on here, man. It's been good, dog. It's been good, man. Hey.
You said track and field. I want this race.
Man, that man said a 1931 guy gonna rig in a 4x1. I ain't never heard that one before.
Yeah, he probably gonna rig at the end. So that's why I gotta push it back, and and do some stuff. You know what I'm saying? I might, I'm telling y'all, it's a mathematical equation that I'm seeing. Okay, it's a mathematical equation because I'm saying 42 because I'm having to do a 4x4 start. You feel me? I'm having to do a 4x4 start. You feel me? So that's why
you got Marvin.
He was like a 4x4 start and then take off to make up the grind. You see what I'm saying?
Boy, please tell this man. I don't know, Ray. I don't know what Henny you bought. I don't know what 7-Eleven you done slid through or what Citgo or Shell's gas station you at. The fact that you just said a 1931 guy is going to rig in a 4x1 flyer is blowing my mind.
On the backstretch. He gonna rig because he got to get the stick off. So he got to adjust his speed, and because he got to adjust his speed, he ain't gonna be able to adjust it right, which is gonna cause him to rig. That's why I'm shortening it so that the third leg pick up with everything and make sure that's how we're gonna.
Wait. You say you're gonna shorten the third leg?
No. I'm shortening the first leg, and then that's why I'm saying I can't put Noah on the backstretch because Noah might rig toward the end of his 120. You feel me? I know you're gonna say he's a 19-3 runner, but you know he gotta adjust to make sure he get a stick off. So I'm thinking if I switch it and I put Fred over there with 42 steps, see the whole objective, okay, to beat y'all is to make sure what the
Ray, make sense. Okay, at the World Championships in Oregon, did Eli and Noah have a bad handoff?
I mean,
No. So what are you talking about adjusting?
I'm just saying because
what is he going? How is he going to rig?
We gotta race y'all. That's what I'm saying. I gotta do some extra shit because we got. Hold on. This somebody who's gonna agree with me. Hold on. I just called. I need it back. I had to call a friend.
This ain't Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Ray, you lost. It's over. GG's. It's time to go home.
You live on RaesTake, sir. I got a question for you. You're an adamant 200-meter runner. You're an amazing 200-meter runner, right? Here's my relay, okay?
With this Wallace Spearman.
Here's my relay. You tell me what you thinking, all right? I know you were using track and field, all this stuff, but it's just for fun. This is what I got. I got on my relay, okay? I ain't listening to Trayvon now. I got Noah. I got Arian. I got Kenny. I got Fred. And my order is, I got Arian popping off. And as Arian pop off, I'm giving it to Fred. And as the Fred pop off, I'm giving it to Fred. I mean, hold on, not Fred. I'm giving it to who I'm giving it to? Who on third?
You don't even know who you got to.
I'm giving Arian on third. No, Arian on first. And I got Fred, and then Kenny, then Noah. My relay wins, right?
Who you racing?
I'm racing Marvin, Trayvon, Christian Coleman, Elijah Hall. My relay wins, right? First of all, why you
Wallace, you better not. You
can't make no changes. Now you can't make no changes. That's my relay.
It's the same people. It's just the order. I might know something you don't know.
Well, not the order. Not the order. Don't worry about the order. I got matter of fact, hold on. I'm gonna give you my order. You ready for my order? Because you live on RaesTake, okay? Here's my order. My order is I got Arian coming out the hole. And I got it going to Fred. And
the kid needs to know, right?
Yeah. And they order in Trayvon, who you said? Who y'all got?
I said it'll be Coleman, the Mob, to me to Eli.
Coleman to Marv to Trey to Eli.
We should just make it happen and see what happens.
Sir, I agree with that, sir. We should do that and make that happen. I agree with you on that. That's what I've been saying. But sir, I need you to give me who wins. I phoned the friend. Live. Who wins? Which is
I don't know, bro. You know,
sir.
Look,
Sir,
he knows. Hey Ray, man, I got something I wanted to share with you, man. I brought this on here for you, the mythology, because I don't know what God you pray to about this information or who you get these connects from, but I got this classical mythology, man. Maybe Apollo. You know what?
It's got to be Athena. He's got to be praying to Athena.
You know what it is? It's what they said. Wallace is being neutral. That's what it is. He being neutral. But deep in his heart, of hearts, he knows.
Man.
200.
Ray out.
Why? Because Wallace is one of the greatest 200-meter runners. Wallace, you ran the back stretch, right?
A little bit.
You ran pretty damn good, didn't you?
He also ran last leg too.
You got the medal, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
On the back stretch, right?
Yes, sir.
And you raced against a bunch of other teams who had 100-meter runners, right?
Yep.
And y'all won, right?
Yes, sir.
David, that's my point right there.
That ain't no point.
He just
That ain't no point. Wait. Who was on the 4x1? Who was on the 4x1?
Huh?
Who was on the 4x1?
Wallace was on it. He just told you was on it.
Who else was on the 4x1?
I sent to Leroy Dixon.
Who say it again?
Hit him with it, Ray. You know them.
Okay, first of all, okay.
Are we talking about a 4x1 that Wallace was on with a bunch of 200 runners?
No.
Then.
Time out.
Okay then.
He just said he was on it. He
Yes.
ran 200. Tyson was on it. He ran 200.
Okay. Pause. What Tyson 100-meter time was then?
First of all, is that what we're talking about, okay?
59.
969 don't matter, okay? He ran a 200.
What was the 200 time? What was his 400 time? So he ran 44. So now what?
Exactly.
Coleman ran 40. Coleman ran 44. What that mean?
I'm just
Coleman
saying.
split 44. So him saying 44, like, bro. Tyson was a sprinter. It wasn't a relay full of 200 runners.
Oh, watch this though. We just talked about it. Tyson's technically a 200-meter runner. He ain't gonna start.
Ray,
So
you're moving the goalpost. You're moving the goalpost.
You're moving the
goalpost. You're moving the goalpost, Ray. You're moving the goalpost, dog. The debate is 200 fully 200-meter specialists against 100-meter specialists, bro.
I'm going with specialists still. Wallace, I'm gonna let you go because I know you got some stuff to do. I didn't mean to call and bother you, but I just want to get your opinion. You didn't give it to me, but it's okay. I know in your heart you want to say, Ray, you right. You can't say it on the TV because people listening. I respect that. You can't say I'm right. I know I'm right. I appreciate you. Why?
Yes, sir.
This is what we need to happen. Okay?
Okay.
We need this relay to happen. And the relay that we need to happen is what I called out. We need them 200-meter runners versus them 100-meter runners versus them hurdlers. We need to make it happen.
If they all agree to it, then sure, yeah, we definitely can make it happen.
That's all I need to hear, baby. That's all I need to hear. Hey, if you need me to coach, you know what I'm saying? If y'all need me to
Wallace, if y'all let Ray coach, them 200-meter runners will be getting left in the dirt.
What?
Do not let Ray coach them. What? Wallace, I hope, man, matter of fact, please, Ray, save this live so Wallace can hear how many steps you said you was gonna get this man.
Oh, I'm gonna get him 42.
Matter of fact, Wallace, can you hear me? Can you hear me, Wallace?
Yeah.
Wallace, this man said no allows the American record holder will rig in a 4x1.
I said it on the backstretch though.
He's not rigging, bro. He's ran 1931. He's not rigging on no 4x1, bro.
Okay, well, Wallace, see, listen though. I gotta explain to you why I said that though. I said he gonna rig because he gotta pass the stick. So the stick I can't take Coach serious right now, but he said he gonna rig because the stick.
Hey, Coach, you know what Ray remind me of? Ray remind me of that guy that you had a conversation with. He stay tapping you like this to make you get on board with what he's saying. He like, bro, you know. That's what Ray doing right now, dog. Ray hitting the leg tap right now.
I just need Noah on anchor, Fred on second. I need 42 steps between Fred and what's the name on anchor. On third, and we good. I need Fred to run on 120, and then I'm gonna give 42 steps. We're gonna do a 4x4, 4x1 relay handoff with them 42 steps to get the stick moving.
Hey Ray, man, your math just don't be mathing, bro.
You don't?
Yeah, bro.
You don't.
If you taking 43 steps or 42 steps, how is that? If we talking about stride length and the science behind stride length, how is he covering 120 meters?
See, now you asking Andy Reid questions. I can't give you those answers, baby. Those Andy Reid questions. That's how we do stuff around here.
But you're the coach of this team, Ray.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I'm Andy
Oh
Reid.
my God.
I can tell you how we're gonna win this Super Bowl.
This man has stretched out the exchange zone longer than the actual regulation because I don't know what's gonna happen, yo.
They running 410 meters. See, that's the thing. They gonna beat you running 10 extra meters.
Yo, this man wicked.
Hold on, but it sounds like if the race happened, Trayvon in. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like Trey in there.
Well, it sounds like. Go ahead, Trey.
Wallace over here trying to do his job. That's all.
It sounds like he in there.
Hey, Wallace, man, don't be putting me on blast like that, man. Chill.
That's me, my bad.
Man, this man Wallace, yeah.
Trayvon don't want it. He don't want them 200-meter runners.
Man,
look. I'm at the head. Man, I ain't even got a coach. I'm just gonna be a volunteer. I'm gonna carry their bags for them.
Hey, man,
oh my God.
Brother, right there. I'll tell you one thing. I know a lot of things. That man ain't got no fear in his heart. If he don't do it, it's probably for financial reasons, but he ain't scared.
It ain't about being scared. It's about them 42 steps and 21 steps that's gonna lose in the race.
No, I can't go 100-meter runners. Because me and Trey beefing right now.
No, man.
You
He
don't
gonna have me giving Marv the stick at 18 steps and 12 steps. Oh no. He gonna be up there. Well, y'all 60-meter runners, y'all should be able to get hot. Like, no. I'm gonna get a whole Achilles tear all over again. No, man, I ain't. Ray can stay with the 200 runners. He ain't coming with us.
The 400-meter runner. They said Christian, Trayvon, Marvin, and who was last?
Who was the other one? Elijah.
Eli?
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Now, hey,
okay.
Wallace, do Eli or does he not have good top end speed? Eli.
Yeah.
So what's wrong with him going last leg? Bro, come on, man. Get a man his props, bro. That man better than I with a top end speed.
I'm team 200-meter runners, baby.
All right.
From here on out.
Hey, Wallace, man, you got my number, man. We'll talk about it now.
All right.
Because if we make this happen, please bring Ray. And I really want him to be in the conversation. We're gonna bring Coach. We're gonna bring Colin, and we're gonna replace Lewis Johnson with Colin. Because I want all this to be front and center. Because I can't wait to see the piece of tape all the way down there.
Hey,
man, I'm about to get the phone.
Go ahead, bro. We appreciate you for hopping in and being a part of the show, brother. I'll talk to you in a minute.
That man said 42 steps, boy.
42 steps, baby.
Man.
42 steps. Now, what's still gonna happen? He's gonna be a coach somewhere next weekend trying that shit.
And somebody gonna tear their hams. Look, I ain't gonna wish that on nobody, but no, they
42 steps. Let me see if I try.
Yeah. They gonna try. They ain't gonna see the finish line.
What just happened here the last 17 minutes, bro? Like, y'all had me in the dark. First, y'all had me. This was the most capalicious cap session I've ever had to be a part of in my damn life, yo. Okay? I'm sorry. You got people in the comments talking about I look like a serial killer because I can't let my face be exposed to the madness. I don't know what is in Ray's cup.
Screwball, baby. Y'all know 3 seasons in. Screwball, baby. Serious stuff.
Boy, you need to throw that in the garbage. Like, you need to get rid of that.
Yo, that's like Cisco.
Hey, all right. Well, look, I'm waiting to find out. They might not let me coach. I put my resume out there just now.
Oh no, I'm a vouch for you to coach. I have to see this 42 step in action. I have to see it. I have to see it, dog. Because the way I'm gonna laugh when I get a stick off the Eli, I'm telling you, it's gonna be hysterical, dog.
I have to see you letting them know where he's like putting the tape down at 21 steps. He's like, nope, that's not where you're gonna be. And you're gonna be, where you gonna be? You see that mark? Wait, you see where that hurdle is way down there? Yeah, that's where you put your tape.
Dog, I pray that they don't put the camera on my face because my facial expression is gonna be crazy. 42 steps, man. Look, I know I'm gonna be a meme.
That's not Andy Reid trick. You just figured it out. Because y'all gonna be so concerned about how we did 42, you gonna forget about what's going on.
Yeah, I hope Andy Reid there because he seems like he the only one that's gonna make this happen.
Yo, listen, man. Listen. You know, we got kids who watch this.
And that's the bad thing, Coach. They gonna try.
Right, like Ray's being irresponsible right now. Ray's being so irresponsible right now, yo.
Ray about to have a lot of AU track clubs. Ray, you about to have a lot of track clubs losing at Texas Relays this year, dog. Like, it's about to be.
I'm going to a track meet and I see somebody trying to do 42, I would die.
And they you right here talking about Ray said to do
it. They gonna say we seen it on RaesTake. Ray said 42.
Yeah, Ray, didn't I tell you? And first thing that came out my mouth in this show was how like 5-6 kid came. Yo, I watch RaesTake.
Hey, Coach, man, Ray was on there with Trey and Coach and Colin. They said we should 42. Now you gonna have my name in there. They gonna be like Trey was agreeing. Man.
Trey co-signed. He said
exactly. He said we should do 42. Like, matter of fact, when you say it, just put a black square over my box. Mute my square. Cause I don't even want to be part of that. When I ain't even gonna watch Texas Relays this year.
God
damn. Hey man, you gotta think about the children, man.
Man, dog, them poor kids.
You gotta think about the children.
Man.
Y'all folks funny, boy. Golly. Damn. Well, you know what? We don't hit that 2-hour marker, so we might as well get ready to end it on my 42 steps, baby. We don't.
Yeah, man, I gotta get. Yeah, this gonna be the greatest conversation.
Hit that marker, 42 steps. Hit it.
What?
Marker made. Stick gone. 200-meter runners win. That's right. I said it. Okay.
I cannot wait to call my lady and tell her what about this, boy. I can't wait to tell her about this. This is gonna be the greatest conversation for us to go to bed to. It's gonna be fantastic.
42 steps, baby. 42 steps. Don't get mad if I pop up at a relay meet, like Texas relays, and my shirt say 42 steps.
You gotta be Mr. 42.
42
Man.
steps.
You're Jackie Robinson out here.
42.
I hope they kick you out. I hope they kick you out. I hope they make you watch it from the football stadium where they got the jumbotron. I hope they make you watch it in there. Because that is terrible, boy. 42 steps.
He don't even believe it.
Man.
Well, you know what? You heard it here first on RaesTake, baby. 42 steps. If any of y'all go out there and try, matter of fact, don't say that I tried.
Matter of fact.
Think about those guys. Trey, my brother, per usual, I appreciate you as always. When I say as always, I appreciate you all the way back to Rio when you came on the show and blessed the game and blessed the world and helped RaesTake. Like, I have to tell you again personally, it's because of you. It's because of Fred. It's because of Marv. It's because of Mary Bell. It's because of Kelly Wells. It's because of all y'all. I mean, it's so many of y'all that helped us get to this point. And I will truly say that when you gave me the opportunity after after Tokyo to have you come on, that literally catapulted RaesTake and solidified it for it to go that way. You know what I'm saying? So that I will always appreciate you for that, brother. Always. You know me. I always got y'all back no matter what. I don't bother y'all. I try and let y'all do y'all thing. I don't want to, be all in your ear and all this stuff. You know how it is. So
that first year you would. But
I was all in y'all here. That shit ain't real.
That first, every video. I don't think this is real. This is fake. Then I'm like all right.
Hey, I appreciate
This is straight comedy.
I know Colin appreciates you. We got to make sure the world know that again, like I put that video up on Twitter, that was actually Colin's interview. That was Colin's questions, So I appreciate you for even taking the time to talk to him, when y'all be out and even when y'all not out, coach everybody, man, like for real. I just, you know me, bro. I enjoy track and field. I enjoy it to the fullest. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you for reaching out and wanting to come on. Now, but before we go, can we take 5 minutes because I did want to. I know it's something you want to talk about.
I was just about to say we need to.
Yeah. I know it's something you want to talk about. So I want to let you get the flow on that because I want to hear your piece on it, and that's that pros running against college people.
Yeah. No, so I didn't when me and Nova had that little press conference and we was talking about it, my biggest thing was saying that we just need a level to call our own, right? So we know for a fact that collegiates, they aren't missing conference championships, they aren't missing NCAAs and those type of track meets to come and run with pros and so on and so forth. Nobody can enter into their realm as well. So when I gave the example of Mikey Williams not being in the NBA, playing with LeBron as a high schooler, I'm saying that there is a league for pros in general to be able to compete. Now, yes, people can say we have the Diamond League. That is fantastic. But the Diamond League is literally just over there. We got to always go over there. I said I would like for us to have a league within the United States for pro athletes to be able to compete. Why on the indoor circuit, New Balance and Millrose was the only meet. But we have pretty much a track in almost every state of the United States. It's either people don't want to invest or we're just not taking the initiative and taking the assertiveness to make this happen. So that's why I said we trying to build some type of professionalism to say, hey, in an invitational, which what I ran in, everybody's invited. You want to come run, cool. You want to come run, cool. But we need a certain level of professionalism to say this track meet is just for pros to race against pros. Simple as that. That's all that I'm saying when it comes to having that line between AAU track, high school track, NCAA pros. Because once again, we don't see a college person in the NCAA playing with a pro unless they go in the Drew League or stuff like that, or the summer leagues where everybody play against each other. And that's almost how track and field we treat invitationals like Tyson Invite and things like that. Come on, everybody's welcome. Cool, that's fine. But we need some level of professionalism where it's just pro athletes. That is all that I'm saying. I don't think we need to just cancel out collegiates being able to run with the pros. Because when I was at Baylor, I ran against D. Tyson Gay. I ran against Gatlin. I ran against Bolt still while I was in college. Noah, which once I said as well, it blew my mind because he was in high school with Michael Norman running with pros. So it's like we can't just say we do away with it. We just have to have a fine line of saying, hey, at certain competitions, which we need to adapt and make, we have competitions for pros. Because in the United States, we don't have too many competitions for pros that don't involve integrating collegiates or high schools. And that's why over there, they don't look at us as seriousness. Like they don't say, oh, yeah, we like the USA. No, they look at us, they're like, man, these pro athletes running with high schoolers in college, they don't take us serious over there in Europe. Why you think they always say, oh, your times don't count in the United States? They don't take us serious because we don't have a system. Over there, show me a college athlete that's running with them. All of them have on a Nike check or Adidas check or a New Balance, Adidas stripe or a New Balance. They have on some sense of professionalism to show that they're a pro. Over here, you like the average consumer, what I said in the press conference, if somebody watches Shanti Jackson in that Millrose race and don't know nothing about track and field, don't know none of the pros, and they hear Shanti Jackson is a high schooler, what you think the first thing they're going to think all those other girls are?
Word.
They're not going to think they're 26, 27, 28 years old. They're not going to think that. They're going to think, oh my gosh, this high school, this must be a high school race, especially when we know Millrose is big for having high schoolers there. That's what they're going to think. And then I'm speaking of the average consumer who don't know track and field. Because I know people are going to say, well, we all know that person a pro. Like I said last year, me, Fred, Noah, we could, even Sydney, even Allison. Many people can see them out and about and not know who they are. How many people know NBA and NFL players? A lot of people know NBA and NFL players. I'm sorry. None of us in track and field can walk. Probably Sha'Carri, but none of us in track and field can walk in the mall and somebody be like, oh my God, nobody's doing that. I don't care how much you support your best track and field athlete. That's not happening. I guarantee you, your favorite athlete is not coming to my city in St. Petersburg, Florida, and ain't nobody gonna give a dang about who they is. That's just straight up. We're not big enough as a sport for people to know us like that because we don't have that professionalism. The average consumer cannot turn on track and field and know what's going on. They just don't. And there's studies on that. Research it.
Let me ask you this. I think one of the bigger issues is the fact that in Europe, it's only track and soccer. This is, football, whatever you want to call it.
America don't have college sports in Europe either.
Yeah, they don't.
No. Track and field, it has a college system. From what Adam Jamili told me.
It ain't like the NCAA, but all the best college athletes go to.
Yeah. No, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying there is a system.
They have it, but it's much bigger.
Yes, it's not like the NCAA, but yeah.
Here's my thing. I don't mind you guys running at Clemson or Florida Relays or Texas Relays. Texas does a pretty good job of doing what I think should be done everywhere. And I think that's what people get misconstrued when I be saying we don't need to mix. I'm not saying you don't need to go to Clemson invite. What I'm saying is Clemson needs to say at this particular time, it's only pros going to run. No colleges can get into this race is on. KU used to do an excellent job of this. KU Relays used to have what they had was called the gold zone, okay? And during the gold zone, they were taking, Coach, you know this, during the gold zone, they would stop the track meet, and they would get all the colleges and high school people, everybody off the track, like literally, off the track, off the grass, to the stands. And during the gold zone, it was only professionals. 100, 200 hurdles. It was only professionals. And then as soon as it was over with, they would get the track meet back rolling for colleges. When I'm saying we shouldn't be mixing with colleges, that's what I'm saying. I'm agreeing with you, Trevor. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying don't go run at Clemson or don't go run at Texas Relays. All I'm saying is when these athletes are going, I don't give a damn if it's only 3 of them. Let them 3 have a 1, 2, 3 race with each other.
Okay. So I got 2 things to say. One, to piggyback off of that, right? And it's more so of like a question and just kind of food for thought. If we do it that way, as we know with obviously Texas Relays, we see that a lot where they have they open section. The only problem with continuing to do that is, one, finances become finite to be able to make it entertaining. And can we all agree that just running fast is not just going to bring entertainment itself? When we look at the NBA and we look at the NFL, there's light shows, there's fireworks, there's entertainment within the sport. So their financial assets are set strictly for the pros. But when you conjoin all of these bodies of people from high school to college to pros, now we have to accommodate all that. Money is finite. That means all of it start trickling down. So now there's no light shows like people loved in Doha World Championships. Now, what was that track meet that just happened? I think it was Berlin or what. It's the one over in Europe where they got the big Mercedes symbol. They do all the light show entrances. I think it was just a 60 and like high jumping hurdles and stuff, right? Meets like that being held in the United States will help track and field because it's an entertainment factor to it. It's more than just us standing up there, the TV slot come on and they just see us behind our blocks. All right, runners on your mark, boom, and it's over. That is boring compared to the bigger sports. That's boring.
Right. The meet in Iowa, they don't do for all the events. Before the 4x4, there's a pyro show. Like when they introduce the team, like this pyrotechnics going off. Yeah, it's going off for everyone that's in the final heat, and they drop the lights and it's pyro going off, man, which I think is pretty dope. But I definitely understand because me and my guys, Hassan Stamps, Kyle Stevenson, we've been talking about this, that entertainment factor has to be there. One thing I could say, the meet that tried it was Arizona State years ago for the Sun Angel meet. Like for the long jump, when you got to the elite section, like when you got like the winner, like when you got closer to the line of the 100, the fireworks will go off. The long jump, whoever's winning the long jump, they on their final jump, they run down the runway and the pyros going off. You know what I'm saying? They did a lot of that for the 4x1s and all that stuff, man. And I mean, it was super dope. Like the most entertaining meet, I'm not even gonna hold y'all. The most entertaining meet I ever been to was the TSU relays. The way they had the music popping and
TSU put it down.
They used to put it down, man. So every race had music going, had the crowd was jumping, the kids were engaged, the stands were packed.
You know what's a good meet? I don't know if y'all been to it, Ray. You might have been to it, but Racers Grand Prix, down in Jamaica, boy, they know how to do it, boy.
Well, that's Jam Rock. So if you talking track and field, that's a whole nother.
I was begging them to have another track meet, dog. I'm talking about music going. Boy, you'll have a food truck right next to the 100-meter start line.
Come on, baby.
Dog, I'm talking about, bro, it's a movie. It's a movie down there, dog. I'm like, they bring just a different feeling to the sport. They make it entertaining. That's why when Racer Grand Prix come about, why every race at Racer Grand Prix, when you go into the finish line, fireworks off the ground. I got dead last, but I was still turned. I ran 10-7. I ran 10:57. I was seeing fireworks. I was like, oh my God. I said, oh yeah, this is lit. I said, boy, it's different down here. You know what I'm saying? So
that's what Colin got to do for his next interview. He asked the question like, what would you like to see happen during the meet entertainment wise? That'd be a dope little question for Colin to do because Colin's with the people. Colin's always at those meets.
Bro, I'm trying. I try. Yeah. I was when I was at Millrose, I was lucky enough to be standing with Paul Doyle for a little while, and we were chopping it up about what does the future of American track and field look like with what he's going to be having with American Track League. He says there should be some interesting stuff that could be going on. So looking forward to that. But yeah, I'm all into the entertainment factor. Come to Champs. Look, I got a job that I dedicate a lot of. I work in professional sports, so I work for the New Jersey Devils professional hockey team. I do ticket sales for a living. That's why I'm so interested in this thing, because that's what my job is. Like, my job is to generate as much revenue as possible for a professional hockey team. And so that's why I care so much about the business side of things, because that's what my regular stuff is. I was just finishing reports before I was doing this. And so the thing that I love, the track and field has the potential to be great in outdoors, because what's the biggest sport that track and field's going up against outdoors?
Soccer
In the U.S. at least.
Oh, in the U.S.
What, baseball?
Baseball.
In the summer, in June, July, August, the only big sport's baseball. And of the 4 major sports, which is the worst, which is like the smallest sport right now? Baseball. Why? Because it's so slow. Like, it has probably, compared to basketball and football, it's the smallest one, at least in the U.S. And like, that's when you'll see Emmanuel Acho talking about it. That's when you'll see Shannon Sharp talking about track a little bit, not a lot, but they'll talk about it a little bit then. So it's just like, we have the opportunity. I think it's the entertainment factor for a few things. Like, I think that some meet directors can, step it up a little bit. I also think I think that there's room for athletes to step up a little bit when it comes to entertainment. And I think the business side of things, you step up. But I think being more fan centric can help generate some more revenue. But I'm all
Colin, I got a question for you. If you could look it up, I know you be having your computer on you.
Oh, it's on right now.
When was the first Super Bowl? I know the answer, but I want you to read it off. When was the first Super Bowl?
The first
1967.
Right. Yeah, first Super Bowl was 55 years ago.
1967.
Is that what it was?
Now,
1967, January 15th, 1967.
Okay. When was the first NBA final?
46.
And I'm gonna get to my point.
I'm learning.
First NBA finals.
I'll keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 46.
What about baseball? What about baseball?
Shoot, what 1901 was the first World
baseball
Series?
going back though.
Baseball going back.
Baseball's been around since the late 1800s, but I think the first World Series was 1901.
1903.
Okay, I was close.
And how long track and field been around?
Damn, since the
18. What the first Olympics was 1896.
Damn,
and when was the first Olympics?
18. Oh, well, the first modern Olympics was 1896 in Greece.
Christ was in the stands watching the Olympics.
I think it was like, I want to say it was like 700 something. Like,
Jesus would tell no.
So my point goes to be, how is something like our sport, an Olympic sport, being so degraded and pushed away when we've been around for so long and there's so much history to it?
Yeah.
Where did we go wrong as track and field?
I think.
And I'm gonna add this little 2 cents in what you just said, because I say it all the time. Every person, whether it's man, woman, child, from young to middle age, there's one thing that every last one of them can do sport-wise, and that's run.
Right.
So everybody has that running child in them. So the fact that running or track and field ain't the #1 sport, because it's the only sport that everybody, since what's going on, it's the only sport that everybody can actually relate to. Like, you would never be able to throw a football or shoot a basketball right. You might not be able to run as fast as Trayvon Bromell, but you can run. You know what I'm saying? You may not be able to run like a theme move, but you can run. So the fact that we don't actually capitalize on what actually that inner child in everybody is what we lose at, because all we gotta do is that. It's already there. Running is the #1 sport. Trust me. People in America are buying more running shoes than basketball, football shoes. I can assure you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. There's the casual runner. Like there's tons of people like that do the weekend warriors that do these fun runs. Every athlete in the Super Bowl probably ran track at some point. It's a huge thing. I'd say where we went wrong, if I were to guess,
776 BC.
Where we went wrong, if I were to guess, is probably because I think track and field, we're so focused on the history of like records and things like that than looking forward towards what's new and exciting, or the competition at times. I think Michael Johnson even texted about this, where people care about, what time do people run? What time do people run? Not like, do you know what your record was? Like, if you know what your record was last year, 2 years ago, like, not maybe you do because it's yourself, but shoot, you even look like you thinking like, dang, how many races?
I'm trying to think. 20. Yeah, okay. Well,
things like that,
yeah.
Head to heads. Like, I came in, I won 5 races. I came in top three, and I came out of the top 3. Like, I don't know. I think competition could be a little bit better because it's easy to know when somebody's, the Eagles 16-3 versus the 16-3 Chiefs. You know what that is.
That's why I said I don't, and I put this on record. I'm not saying that I agree with Anson when he says take away the clocks, because I still think that's crazy to take away the clocks. But I get it to a standpoint because, Ray, like what you said, when we take it back to when we was young, when we all raced our friends from light pole to light pole, nobody was recording. Nobody was recording times. It was just like, I beat you. So that's why, like, I don't know if y'all know the guy, but he be DMing me like crazy. The World One dude who's trying to make all the who's trying to do all the head-to-head stuff. I think that would be good for track and field because now it don't really come down to running a fast time no more. It's about who wins, who gets high in the bracket, and come down to the 2 fastest men at the end going head-to-head for a prize, just like the Super Bowl and just like the NBA Finals. Times can still be included because, like Marvin said, like many other people said on the live, this is how we make our money. Time bonuses, all that stuff. So I think just like boxing, we just see somebody get knocked out, but we know that there's cards that show how many hits was laid, how many stuff, like, we see all that stuff. So I don't think taking the time away is a good thing, but I think we need to find a way to make it more entertaining. Yeah. Like we gotta do something.
Like how no one's gonna care that Patrick Mahomes threw for 184 yards in the Super Bowl versus Jalen Hurts throwing 303. They're gonna care that he won the Super Bowl. And so it's like, sure, you can track the stats, like you can know how many yards they threw for, and you can see that Jalen Hurts broke the Super Bowl record for most touchdowns scored by a quarterback. You can know that, but what's more important isn't the time.
KC won, man.
It's the result.
Look, shout out to my boy Valdez, man. He got a Marine, man. He from the city, man. Southside St. Pete, man. Marquez Valdez, man. We got us a Super Bowl at the crib, man.
I'm gonna ask y'all this before we get done with this topic and be down here. What do y'all think was the most entertaining race in track and field? I'd go with since would say 78. What do y'all think is the most entertaining track and field race that we've had?
Nothing beats when Bolt was beating his chest, bro. I'm gonna keep it 100. The most entertaining race I saw, even though it ended in catastrophe, was the Toronto Sky Dome. Ray, you know what I'm talking about.
There it is.
Toronto Sky Dome. Sky Dome.
That was the most entertaining race in history in track and field.
Michael Johnson versus Donovan Bailey.
It created a lot of buzz.
$2 million to the winner.
It created a lot of buzz. But nothing is better than this, dog. That is crazy. That's crazy.
It's entertaining from an entertainment standpoint of the sport. But from from like a fan base, nothing was more entertaining than that. And the reason why I'm saying that is because
the press behind it.
I think if and I'm saying y'all because you a top dog. If y'all had more of those, you're gonna get more excited because it's like a boxing match now. It's really like a boxing match. It's 1 versus 1. It's one thing if I gotta watch a whole track meet, I might not be as entertained. But if you finna tell me in 6 weeks, I only get to watch 2 people race, shit, I'm in. I'm in.
Trust me, I'm with you on that, bro. I wish y'all could come to our practice when it's block start.
I've been invited. You know I've been invited.
Look, when it be me and Mar, bro, everybody else in our group be talking. Me and Mar be around that bitch.
It's about to go down.
I'm talking about, bro. We don't even be talking, bro. And then after that, we'll talk. But when it be straight block session, I'm talking. It be dead silent between us.
What I would say. So let me take it for all the young, because you said there's a lot of kids watching this. Let me take for the young cats a recent race that I would like to say. And Coach, you might throw a cap here, but Let me explain why. So based off of the anticipation of this race, now the result wasn't as good as we wanted, but Sha'Carri Richardson Prefontaine race, her versus Jamaica right after the Olympics, that anticipation was real. Like, because it's like, oh man, she hasn't been back. People were ready to watch that. And it was on, like, ESPN was talking about it. That one was huge. The DK Metcalf race, that was huge for other implications. Like, I don't think track and field's been talked about as much on ESPN since that DK Metcalf race. So it's like, for recency bias, I think those two were huge just because of like the context of what they meant.
Mm-hmm.
Now the results weren't what we thought, but the context of it was big.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. I agree with you. Those two races were big, but the press coverage that Michael Johnson, Donovan Bailey
Oh yeah,
got.
I just wasn't around when that was happening. I'm sure that it was. I just wasn't there.
So
I
what race of this time right now in the past few years, let's say since post-COVID, has been something like that MJ
Nothing's been
race?
to that magnitude. I'm only saying that because like me and Coach are a little older, so we actually remember it.
I wouldn't say that. Of this generation. I ain't saying I got to equate to it.
That
think it's that Prefontaine women's race.
Honestly,
that 10-5
honestly,
race.
Ray,
that's the closest one.
Ray, the most anticipated race, I gotta go with Colin.
I mean,
Bro.
no. I'm gonna go with that.
Yeah,
that.
man.
I got the Prefontaine race without a
Everyone.
I'm not saying it's not, but what I'm saying is that race between just those two.
Got you.
To me, from a public eye, generated way more interest than that Prefontaine race. Because
I agree, but boy, you might as well said it was against just them two.
You only had two people, and it was a sold out arena.
The Toronto Sky Dome. The Toronto Sky Dome, bro.
Yeah, because that beef was real. Like that beef was like crazy. Like they have that was like 2, 3, 4 years in the making. Like, and there's no one that's really like that right now in track and field because it's just kind of different. Like there's different types of rivalries, but like they were legitimately like no. Like when I made a whole video on it, but
the race that should have been 2000 Olympic trials, 200-meter final, Michael Johnson versus Maurice Green. Both their asses got hurt coming off the curve.
Yep, that was crazy.
Yeah,
I remember watching that. I remember watching it on YouTube, bro. That jump was crazy. I was like, yo,
like pow, both of them.
And but you see the interviews they did with that. I don't talk to Maurice. He running with this crew, putting this stuff in his head, and he act like he's not scared. But guess what? I know you are. You know what I'm saying? He's like, I know you scared. Like that was super dope. Like you don't get that type of stuff.
But once again, also, and maybe Colin can contest to this, it's not set up in our sport like that no more.
Yeah.
Once again, our sport isn't set up like how boxing, where they make everybody come in for the weigh-in, everybody can talk their trash and everything. It ain't like that. And once again, our sport, and my brother talked to me about this morning. It is politically correct. Like think about it. When that whole incident happened with LSU and Houston in college, how many people chastise us for wanting to be, macho because we wanted a little spice in the sport? Everybody was like, "Oh, they don't need to do that. They track runners. They don't need to do that." But I'll be the first.
I'll be the first. I had no problem I had a problem with it only because he touched them.
I feel that.
That was my only issue.
Yeah.
But I ain't gonna lie to you,
Coach,
it got everybody hyped. It got everybody hyped. But he didn't really touch him, though. It was just like, that little bump because they were running into each other. It'd have been different if he mushed him now. It'd have been different if he mushed him.
Yeah, he was just running. He ran into it. He looked at it. Ran, like, that was cool. That type of stuff is like, makes it.
I ain't mad at it. I like
Coach, I was watching it live on TV and I got hyped. I was like, yo, this different.
That's the biggest video on Flow Track's whole thing to this day, I think. Like
to this day, they most viewed video.
Hold on, Colin. Hold on. You can't mention the feds.
Oh yeah.
It's the most that was a huge moment. And so I think, and then I remember the NCAA championship, people were excited to see them. Now I don't think they even ran against each other because I think it was
they didn't make it that far. That fast.
But like I was saying, that Prefontaine race was that was this generation. That's the closest thing this generation has to.
Everybody watched that, dog. Everybody watched that race.
Yeah. And
Everybody.
And then I think if that race had a went off, see, that race could have been a pivotal point in track and field. If
Yeah.
she had actually been in the race and made it a race, that would have sent the shit through the roof.
See, that's what everybody do, bro. If she would have won, it's because we know what she would have did.
Shit, if she had a won,
Bro,
Lord,
that would have been
mercy.
insane.
That had a race.
No.
Baby, we want to see the rematch right now.
No, she would have been cussing. She would have jumped in the crowd. She would have threw a wig off.
She was cussing when she lost.
No,
you remember that post-race interview?
If she would have won, especially with what happened at the Olympics, if she would have won, oh my God.
She would be like, y'all saw what I just did today? Imagine what I've done in Tokyo. Imagine. She would have been
bro, and I think that's the thing that everybody from the outside, once again, going back to those average consumers, that's what they looking for. They like, look, all we know is that it's some girl in track and field who be popping her talk. You feel me? That's all they think. That's all they see. Why you think she went from like 100K followers to 2 million in a month?
Literally.
Bro, that's crazy. How do you get more followers than Sydney, Allison, all the people, these medals, records, this, that? She did all this in a span of a month, dog.
Dog, because I keep telling people, she is the only one who has shown any type of ability to stop the Jamaican reign. She's the only, right now, and this don't slide at Tika. They want to know I love me some TT Terry. You know I love me my Miss Collins. You know that. But if we had to go off of what she has done, if we go off of her PB and how what we saw the LSU girl did in the year after that, yo, listen, she's the only one that has shown the talent to be able to combat the Jamaicans. She's the only one in the United States right now. Now there may be more coming up. Somebody may hit their stride, but she's the only one who can do it.
Look,
she's the only one.
I'll say one thing, then I got to get going, Ray, because this.
I gotta wake up early, so this is gonna be my last thing. But I talked about it before. I think if she had won that race, or if she had been able to continue and go to the Olympics, she definitely has the ability to be like the Conor McGregor of track and field, the notorious, the people where it's like, yo, people love her. A lot of people love her. I do. I'm a huge fan of her. God. But it's like there's also a lot of people that just get annoyed. It's like that's fine. Like, hey, some people gotta love you. Some people not everyone's gonna love you. That's just a fact. Like everybody, there's people that hate my show. There's people that love my show. I don't care. I love the people that love it. Don't care about the people that don't. And like I think a lot of people especially because track and field, it's big in the look at all the fastest people in the world. All Black Americans, like that's who it is. And so it's like people get to see someone who's being genuine, like being brash. Cause like when you hanging out with your friends, like that's what you're talking about. You talking shit to your friends when you're on the game, when you're talking about, LeBron or whatever. And so when people saw that, like in track, they're like, whoa, this don't happen. This don't happen.
Bro, I take back that statement I said earlier. People know Sha'Carri, dog. People know Sha'Carri. Like that's the crazy thing. People know her. And I know everybody say like, oh, she ain't done nothing to be. Bro, people know her. Like that's the bro. I done been in circles where people like, oh, like you know how you will be talking about track and they be like, oh my God, what about Bo? Like, bro, Bo ain't been running since 2017. She's in that tongue of conversation now to where when people bring up track and field, oh, I just love that one little girl who she just so herself. They talking about Sha'Carri.
Yep.
Even if they don't know her name, they know her presence. That's what's mind blowing to me. So if she would have won that race,
would have been crazy.
But, well, I'm gonna end with this right here. Let me ask y'all this: if she had won that race, would that have been one of the biggest victories in track and field?
That would have been the most important regular season victory ever. If she won that,
I wouldn't say the point race.
Well, what Colin said.
Yeah, what Colin said. Yeah, I agree to that.
Now it wouldn't be as big at like winning the Olympics. It still would have been more important. Winning World still more important. Winning USA is still more important. But there wouldn't have been another race where you could say outside of a major championship, that's more important for somebody to win.
Because of the height. Because of the height.
Because of somebody that just had the Olympic. I think she set the Olympic record or whatever. Like where Elaine was at that point. Like and seeing what Elaine ran, that means you would have had to also run something crazy too.
Oh,
like
Jesus!
Yeah,
boy, if she was.
Yeah.
Ooh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Hey, To even
I
think
said it
that
like
if
this
somebody
right here.
ran faster
Maurice,
than 10:54,
yes, you have. Maurice has one of the most famous races there is, and it's not even a major race. And I was in that race. I got third, whatever. Is when he
the
took
fire
that fire
extinguisher?
extinguisher. Yeah, exactly. And put them motherfuckers. Oh my!
Oh, you was
God,
in that race?
Hey, I watched that race all the time,
Yep.
bro. That still tripped me out, dog.
I'm 10:02. I'm pro. Like, ooh, that thing I know. This man got a fire extinguisher. I think.
Bro, my only thing to that is like, how do you go into a race knowing that you have an antic like that set up? Like, bro, what if you lose? Then you brought a
gotta be
fire
that
extinguisher
Oh,
for
I'm
no
gonna answer
reason.
this question for you, and then we can be done. It was him versus me versus Doc versus Leonard Scott versus Jason Smooths versus Martin Scales. Do I need to keep going? I mean, we good, but goddamn.
Yeah, Trey, I know.
I feel you.
Trey, I know there are races you line up and you know you win.
But I'm saying to do like, bro, cause think about it, bro. We all been young, bro. We all can say we know growing up when you had a summer track club, there's always that one kid that want to wear all lime green Nike and go out there and get his doors blown off. I never wanted to be that guy. That's why I never was with like I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna bring this to the track race and no, because if I lose, then I look stupid. Now you brought
Backstory.
up.
Hey, backstory. Larry Wade got arrested before opening up a fire extinguisher in a public area.
They arrested him.
The cops came and put him in cuffs, but they let him go.
They should have. They should
Yeah,
have.
Man.
I don't understand. I was really pissed. Like when I say pissed, because I caught the downwind. So, you know, I'm walking back like shit, 10:02, and that thing I know I'm looking to see. I thought Maurice don't got hurt. And so he do that shit, and then we catch the downwind. And I don't know if y'all ever been around like a fire extinguisher, but you can't breathe. Like, we caught that downwind, and I started breathing all that shit in. We got the tear. I was like, whoa, boy, you all gonna so I'm good, baby. I'll see you tonight. I got a check coming, baby. I got 10:02 in third place behind you. I appreciate you. I got a phone call from my little girlfriend that time. She was like, I just saw you on TV. Maurice put his shoes out. You ain't gonna say that before, but you saw me on TV.
I gotta get going,
All
right?
right, y'all. Hey. All right, y'all. We've been on this thing 30 minutes past when we're supposed to be on here again.
Exactly. About to get me cussed out by my lady.
Get that little part out, you know, because I know he wanted to speak on that, so I'm glad he did. I hope all of y'all took that in and understand it. We do know that there's a lot of people who are what I would call important people in the sport that's also watch this show. Please listen to the stuff that we're talking about, like on the serious side. You got one of your top athletes in history expressing, you know, his ideas and how he feel about the sport. And then you got us, you know, doing the same thing. So actually take some of the stuff that we're saying, y'all, and I'm talking to y'all, you know, take some of it to heart, because y'all want to see it just like we want to see it. Y'all talking the same stuff in the circles at the meeting that we're talking about right now. So let's just continue to keep at least talking about it, to where even if it ain't Trayvon being a part of the change, at least he can help start the change. Even if it ain't me, Colin, Coach being a part of it, at least we can keep talking about it. So hopefully in the future, it can happen, because we all gonna be here forever. We all gonna watch track till we die. So if we can see the change happen and we ain't even a part of it, we don't care. Let's just keep pushing forward. Hey, I appreciate y'all fellas. I swear to God, I do. Trey,
right.
go get some rest.
Sir.
Because my 4x2 team coming for you. Go to practice.
Man, look.
Go get some rest and go to practice.
Hey, I see y'all boys outdoors, man.
All right. I see y'all.
All right, brother. All right, y'all. Shoot shit. There it is. Another episode of RaesTake. Call this episode 42. I don't know. Hey, most importantly, we appreciate y'all, because as y'all already see, don't forget to like and subscribe. Per usual, if you're new, please do that so we can keep going. As y'all can see, without y'all and these numbers that y'all are doing for us, we can't keep doing this. So y'all already know me. I sincerely appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all for staying up, because I know a lot of y'all are halfway across the world right now, and it's like 5, 6 in the morning. Even in America, I know some of y'all, it's 11:55 where you at. I appreciate y'all for a whole nother Monday being here with us, being here to do this. Let's keep doing this. This is what we love. It's track and field, baby. It's what we do. It's what we do. You know, we're going to have our good times. We're going to have our bad times. But hey, we appreciate y'all. I truly appreciate y'all. So until next week, unless something happens and I got to just pop on in the office, love y'all. We'll see y'all next week.